All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. At long last, the discussion of Epenox is here. So, hope you guys are ready to look back on the session that we have been playing for, God, almost 2 years now. We're gonna relive some of the super happy times. We're gonna go over, some of our favorite moments, answer some questions. I'm going to punch YouTube in the goddamn face. Okay, there we go. Just hope that I don't get obliterated off this website. Okay. So yes, we have a lot of people here. Everybody is here to talk about this session, or the campaign. Fortunately, KP is not able to join us today because she got scheduled for work. So, we hope that she'll be able to watch this at a later date. But, yeah. It sucks that she's not here. But, instead of KP, we have another guest joining us today. It's a face that you guys are going to get real familiar with. So, bear with him. But yeah, Brady's joining us today. And he's going to be talking about the session with us because he's been here for quite a while. So, let's say hello to everybody. Let's get everything on. Let's get everything going.
For a long time, I thought it was a monkey wearing a headband.
I thought it was an
The
ass.
truth comes out.
I thought it was the ass of an orangutan for a while, and then I realized it did have a beard.
But yeah,
That's a
so
good way to put it.
All right.
hi Josh.
Hi.
No way.
Hey.
What did you
I've
first think
discovered
the plotting...
something, Josh.
Josh, what did you first think the plotting icon was?
The plotting icon? I knew exactly what it was.
Oh, he's no fun.
Yeah,
I thought it was a monkey.
No. It's Gangplank, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
It's
thought.
literally-
It's Gangplank with an orange shoved in his mouth.
yeah. It's literally from a YouTube video of
How dare
Zyra.
his eyes function?
It's from I forget the name of the video, but essentially Zyra sees him, throws out her little vine thing, catches him, is like, none shall escape my grasp, and then just you hear the sound of Gangplank eating
Just
orange.
eating an orange.
And the next panel just shows that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I knew exactly what it was. Sorry to ruin your skit there. But
I mean, it wasn't anything.
hello.
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 We have a campaign to discuss.
Yeah.
we do.
Oh, have we
That we
started?
do.
Yes, we've started, Cody. Don't act like you don't know when we
I'm
start.
sorry, I was distracted.
You were distracted.
I was distracted.
Me.
By what?
Yeah.
Some big titties on Twitter.
All you idiots.
I zoned in at the wrong time. All I heard was big titties on Twitter.
Welcome to the definition of this chat. I zoomed in at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But yeah, hey guys, we almost 2 years we've been at this campaign, and now it's time to talk about it. We've
What a
had
long, strange trip it's been.
yeah, it has been a
It's been
long,
something.
crazy trip. That's definitely for sure. I'm actually gonna move your Fugies on the layer of above, because yeah, we're having our little talk at the bar today.
Woo!
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 Hey guys, Brady's
the alcohol?
square.
He's square.
He's square.
Brady's the
Square.
square.
He's a square.
Hey, I wasn't part of the campaign.
That's true.
Uncle Iroh's a square.
Uncle Iroh Square. All right, but hey, it's finally time. I know we were supposed to do this a week ago, but fortunately, things have indeed happened, and nobody did their
Life.
homework.
Life was life.
I did my homework.
Yes, you
I'm
did.
now just reading the questions.
Okay.
No,
Then where are your clips?
What?
Where are your clips?
Well, okay, Cody, you had a decent excuse because you had a lot going on.
Everybody else, though.
I'm just forgetful. That's all I got. I'm forgetful and exhausted after working with children all day.
I didn't know it was going to be
Right.
part of the conversation.
Yeah, until literally like yesterday, I told you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's on me. But
I'm Brady.
yeah, so we can pretty much go about this any which way that you guys want, really. Like, we can go over clips first, we can go over questions first. Like, it's completely up to you guys.
Let's take a stroll down memory lane and hit the clips first.
I was,
Yeah,
about,
let's
to,
hit
I
the
was about to
clips.
say, don't all talk at once.
Did I put? Yes, I did put that clip in there. Okay.
Josh put plenty. Jacob put plenty of clips in.
Yeah, Jacob has put
Yeah.
plenty of clips in the chat.
Yeah, no, I will say this. I had these clips all in mind, except for the ones that were already posted on Twitch.
On Twitch, yeah.
But I was literally scrolling, like, okay, is there any extras, or do I have to make any more? I made a few, but hopefully they will tell the tale. They all have. I have the timestamps for the ones that I clipped myself. So there's that.
I don't have any clips.
I have
There
to
should be a clip for.
I have to go pretty goddamn far back, though.
Like how far back?
Josh, can you actually do me a favor? Can you take us to the page where you have the characters?
PC, yes, the PCs. All the
Because
There's a lot.
yeah,
Mhm.
I know.
I feel like this is one of our heaviest NPC.
Yes, it is.
Because it has been, yes. This has been a very large number of NPCs, and I also noticed that some of them aren't even here.
Look at the cute little mushroom guy.
Where's
That's
Goobus?
Yeah, where's Goobus?
Yeah,
Goobus is right here. Goobus is chilling, okay?
No, that's his. That's his.
I- I like the fact that Michaels and Collins are still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Michaels and Mr. Collins, they're still here.
Yep.
We got Ravina, we got Sanjin, Meadow, who is currently unnamed. Let's see. Sanjin's
Belfry
right
needs the
there.
X on her.
Yeah. There's Mr. Croaker, obviously. Where is Felfrey?
Here's the thing.
Belfry is
Oh, there she is. Here.
Looking at this now, we ended up with a shocking amount of these people still alive at the end of the campaign.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because you guys didn't have a gigantic fucking war going on.
Well, we kind of did, but
We're gonna put air quotes around that war as big as fucking possible. It was a war in name only.
Alrighty. So
Honk.
there was
Honk.
Hold on. I do not remember
War.
the puff goose.
Wait, oh shit! That's the one clip I was trying to find. Fuck.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
will-
find that one.
I will. Hold on. I got this. I will find it.
Go find him
I
right
know
now.
that's what I'm doing. I have the playlist pulled up.
Did you get the
Oh.
clip with what's his name? Oh, what's the name of that horse? Mongo.
Mungo.
That was way early. I gotta find that one.
Yeah, that was
Hold on.
really early.
Mongo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Mongo.
I need to go into my notes real fast, and I need to find the fourth member of Talon's party and her name.
Oh yeah, the crazy French woman.
What?
Talon, Seozade, Frede, and
What was-
Elefa.
What was the goose guy's name? The
Gonk.
Guy.
Gonk.
Gonk.
That's why I was like, gonk.
What a dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
I am-
so-
He's just a fucking dude.
I found gonk. Hold on. I'm
there
getting
was
the correct
Meadow.
timestamp.
Old Croaker. I think this guy's... What was this guy's name? Tanzin, I think I named him? Korvac, that's his name. Gonk. You never knew who this person was.
Nope. She kind of showed up, pissed on war, and then dipped out.
Pretty much.
A hero for the ages right there.
Yeah.
My favorite characters are the ones that show up, say fuck you, and walk away.
I know, right?
But yeah, a pretty big cast of characters, I'm not gonna lie. And I believe this is how they all appeared in chronological order. For the most part.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Roughly, yeah. I'd imagine.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot 3 very important characters.
Poop Patrol?
Poop Patrol. There are 4 very important characters.
Those are technically the first characters. that we
Yeah. Yeah.
We made Poop Patrol within the first hour of the campaign.
The first 3 minutes of the
First 3
campaign.
minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, because technically we had
Okay.
the hour discussion beforehand, and then
Okay.
I mean, what is it? It was the first action taken in game.
Okay, I need
was
to ask.
approaching Poop Patrol.
Hold on. Where is clips? There is gonk. All right, now I'm looking for Mungo. Don't worry.
Mungo.
Mongo was still pretty early.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
was.
I'm trying to remember which. It's within the first 10.
It was after Phalars.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But was it after the goblins or before the goblins?
After the
After.
goblins,
After
because
goblins, hold on.
We did the goblins before we did Phalar,
yeah.
Okay,
Before we
Set of goblins.
which is also what led us to have a very poor first impression with Talon.
Okay, was it after Toulon?
it was after Toulon.
Okay, so it's not 6.
It was before we got to the fairy city because we got our ass whooped in between towns and had to stop.
God, we really did get our ass whooped at the start of the campaign.
You guys got your asses kicked a lot.
Mostly me.
Mostly Jacob, but yes. But
At the start of the campaign, it was me and Toby in equal measure until Toby was outright killed.
Until I went full on Wumbo.
Like, I remember we fought against the, what was it, the Dire Badgers or something?
Yes, I have that clip in there. I do not forget about them.
The only thing
So-
dire about those situations was us almost dying.
The Firemen's.
The only reason we survived the beginning of this campaign was because we had AoE spells that held enemies back, and we slowed them down as much as possible.
Yeah, we did.
And
we had so
range-
much.
I would also
so
like
much
to argue
stopping
range
power.
stopping power.
Okay.
Difficult terrain, entanglement, yada yada yada. I'd put people in holes.
Well, now you swallow people in holes.
I mean, like hell, after the calm out the dire badgers, we were fucking like in the town for over a week to let 8 and Xavier recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it was after the dire badgers. That's where the That's where Mungo happened then, because that was the town we
Yeah,
were
it
laid
was.
up in for a week because you guys had to heal naturally, and Cody and I just started
Yeah.
doing odd jobs.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's also where I gave you the dire lion pelt and had you make the cloak.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so you're saying it was during the frogs or the trash pandas?
Fucking
but right after the badgers.
Okay, so I'm on that video now.
Yeah, at some point during the badgers.
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 I gotta go back to the questions.
Found it.
Let's go.
Found it.
Do it.
What's up, Spooky?
Just gotta.
I have some things. I'm kind of a boomer and I don't really understand Twitch. So I just kind of went into YouTube and like timestamped everything. So
But
I
if you
have
wanna- if you
links
wanna-
to
if you
whoever
wanna-
wants.
If you want to send
Send.
the just post a link with the timestamp in the clips, we'll go through it that way.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure that there's not a whole lot of like doubles and stuff.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, so.
Okay, I do not have. Okay, I don't have those. I believe.
Doobie doo. I almost have all of the links thrown up on
Yeah.
my other monitor here. Give me just a couple
My
seconds.
fiance has brought me a beverage.
Oh boy. Like gonk.
A Mexican agave peach lager
Ooh.
That do sound good.
is.
God damn.
I just got out.
Alright. I gotta go get. Brady, get the fuck out of my chat.
No.
Wow.
What was your favorite location?
The amount of tabs that are open on my other monitor right now is kind of insane.
I believe it.
I'm just gonna post this here. Actually, I could just do the share at. Trying to find a funny part of manga, but until then, I put the timestamp of that one in that link.
Okay. In that case, then, I think we're good to get started.
Sorry. Yep. So how you want to do this? You're gonna share your screen, or we watch through?
I can share my screen.
Yeah, that'll probably be the best way of going about it.
All right.
Mungo.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we're starting with the frog.
Tugging.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tongue.
We're starting off with
Oh.
the tonguing.
Or not
Is this
strong.
the infamous
This
frog?
this is the
This is
frog.
the
Oh, I'm
Frog.
so
So-
ready.
So, spooky.
Hey.
All right. Here we go.
To 17.
Lim. Lim.
Oh,
You
God
guys-
damn it. Why do I have this meme in my head now?
I rolled a 20 for both of you.
That's right, you rolled 20s.
Jacob, I think you know what noise you need to use.
Look at memes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Konosuba. Alright, so Xavier and 8 are now hanging out of two of the frogs' mouths.
And there you go, Spooky. It's in memes.
Frogs.
So everybody can understand what was going on. Oh, that's right. I have these sharing applications, not full-blown screens. It's literally the scene from Konosuba. Of
It was
I think
unintentional, but it happened.
I think it was whom? Aqua and Darkness.
Megamine.
Oh, it was Megamine? No, I thought Megamine.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to rewatch Konosuba. That's basically what I'm saying.
We all
what I'm
do.
hearing. All right, this next clip is from session 10, The Face of Fear.
The dire match.
Oh, this is the Dire Badger clip? Oh, God.
I'm gonna ask.
Large
Another shot.
vermin just sifting through the the trash pandas. The boxes.
They're so cute.
We got Iron here.
Guys, it's the ROUSs.
Oh,
Mario, get 22. We got vermin. Vermin. We got them little trash bandits. Those banditos down from Mexico. Them raccoons.
What the?
You guys can see.
I forgot I said all that.
There are several dire raccoons.
Oh boy.
They weren't even dire badgers. They were actual dire raccoons.
Yeah, dire raccoons.
That are currently sifting through
Oh
all
my
the-
god! I couldn't remember what one of was.
It was either Badger or
We got our asses whooped by
Either
all
way.
the holy.
Either way,
shit.
trash pandas.
Yeah,
That was almost a TPK right
yeah.
there.
Those
Yeah.
raccoons kind of fucked you guys up.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
this clip. The party's first attempt at go to sleep.
Oh!
This is go to sleep.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is the clip.
This is the.
Go to sleep.
There's more to it if I couldn't get the whole thing.
It's fine.
But-
The concept is here.
Xavier and you are also prone as you're trying to
Yeah, we're very
just
much
wrestle this guy.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Let's see.
Don't think of
All right.
future generation. I'm sorry.
No, wait. What did you automatically land? Because he's prone.
No, you
No,
don't automatically
he
land.
still
You
has
get
an he still has an AC of 10.
He's going
You
for
get a +2.
I get a +2. That's
Yeah,
not
he gets a +2, but he still doesn't hit a 10.
Yeah.
How do I know my fucking combat roll's gonna suck?
Xavier and you are
Yeah, that was
also
the right
prone
clip.
as you're trying.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to
Go
sleep. Go to sleep.
sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
That's right, because it literally took 3 of you guys to take this singular guy down.
And he's still allergic.
When your utility
deserved
captain
it at that
does not
point,
have
let's be
save
honest.
Okay,
as a
I
spell,
remember the context of this. This was you guys were investigating Phalar's rival.
This was a Phalar request.
Yeah, this was during the Phalar quest. And you guys discovered the hidden basement in the cave of what's I forget his rival's name, but
He's in prison. It doesn't matter.
yeah, he's in jail. Nobody gives a shit about him anymore.
and the stipulation was no death, no bloodshed.
That's right. That was the one rule.
And
The one rule that Phalar told you all, and that was the biggest like curveball in a fight I have
Yeah.
ever given y'all. It was
It
you
was-
are
it was-
not allowed to spill blood.
And
It
my
was one of those
idea
things
was
where it's you can get paid if you kill, but if you want these tokens for free beer, don't kill.
don't kill.
To be fair
And,
The
though,
alcoholics do.
to be fair though, you guys got some pretty good deals out of some of those chips. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But here's the thing. My bright idea was like, oh, it doesn't have to be directly their blood.
No,
It could be their future
No,
generations.
we need to fight. We need to find out what happens after that because that's when I accidentally knocked Ragnar out, and Ragnar almost got coup de grace.
I think that one is in the clip list as well.
I think
I
that
don't remember that one.
I think that is somewhere
I
in the
do.
clips.
I
Okay.
do not remember that
If
one.
not, it's in that,
Oh,
it's in
boy.
that video.
So
Booty.
this
My
right here
favorite one.
is probably
gosh,
the
yes.
most famous clip from this entire campaign. It's when Xavian painted Silky's wall with the blood of an 8 HP wizard.
So
Wow.
this is session 1.
Yeah,
Very
session
first-
1. They literally just met Silky the day before. Silky had to run
Walked her
to they had to run to her farm so she could go pick up some stuff and say goodbye to Rufus, her dire wolf. And then these idiots showed up.
By the way, what's it with you and freaking dyers?
I don't know.
This has been the campaign of the Dire.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mr. Mage.
So you can see here the natural 20 of a 28
That's right.
at level 1.
No, I do have a crit multiplier of times 3.
Only 2 to
I'm
confirm.
Sorry.
Yeah, with a ×3 crit multiplier.
Yep.
This. You weren't kidding.
This is a level 1 wizard.
Level
Yeah.
1 wizard.
It didn't show after that. So after I completely deleted that wizard from existence, I was doing an intimidation check on the guy next to me. Got a nat 20 on intimidation.
Yeah, you
Yep.
did.
It didn't show it though, sadly.
Yeah.
Like a dude over here shitting bricks.
Okay. What?
Oh, this is the dire.
Oh,
man.
no, I know the context of this one. The context of this one is this is I want to say this is the start or before the start of us keeping track of our donkeys.
Oh, that's
the
right.
names of them.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. That's right, because you guys lost the first couple of donkeys to a dire bear.
And this is the clip.
Dominic Bendo. This is the death of Dominic Bendover. Howard Eeyore. Oh no, this is the start of it all.
Oh, so did anybody grab not Fatalis,
Fell free? No.
Fell free.
No.
Fatali.
Fatali. There we go.
Fatali eating my other donkeys.
What?
I gotta figure out which one that is.
So
I
yeah,
didn't see that one
Spooky. Way in the beginning of the campaign,
See if I can-
Cody had a cart that we used to store everything in before we gained the ability to teleport everywhere. And instead of like your typical horses or oxen to pull the cart, we had donkeys. And Cody thought that he was going to be a jester and named the donkeys these absurd names.
It was a group
Oh,
effort.
no.
I'm not gonna let Cody follow the sword in that one.
It was
a
mostly
group effort.
Cody. It was mostly Cody. Come on. And
He's the one that
Mostly.
named the original 4.
and the first original 4 donkeys where you see in this clip are Dominic the donkey, like the song,
Oh God.
Yep.
Bend Over,
What?
Eeyore.
there was Plow,
Oh Jesus.
followed immediately by Eeyore.
It's unhinged.
And
So
then,
in order, there are Dominic, Bend Over, Plow Eeyore.
yes,
Yes, I get it.
those were the 4 original donkeys. And then this happened.
This is where all your plats go into. Get your donkey.
It's to get new donkeys.
Oh, they're like copper. So yeah, sure.
It's like
For all my
1d8
flat.
plus 7. Both of the donkeys are now dead.
Oh, fuck.
So which one's gonna kill?
It's just the soft. Oh
Fuck.
fuck!
Bend over. No.
And then that was the death of Dominic and Bendover.
Bend over,
Oh,
Dominic.
no.
Oh, that's like this plowy you were.
I love how Josh gets smaller.
I'm dying again.
Dead donkey and Bendover got bent over.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we learned the importance of the Oxford comma.
Wow.
I'm dying again. Oh god.
So there is a silver lining to this story, however. After the tragic death of Dominic and Bendover the donkey, we went to this very next town that had donkeys available to be purchased. And then Ragnar proceeded to buy 2 brand new donkeys to add to the family, Pickle and Plucker.
And then as soon as
I'm
we
with
left
you.
that town, then
Plow
as
and
soon as we left
Plow
that
and
town,
Eeyore got eaten by Fatali.
And then we started buying donkeys.
And then we stopped buying donkeys.
Because Alistair was mad. Alistair was pissed about it, and he just started getting horses.
Okay. Moss Noodle Arms.
Yes.
Okay. We are around the kingdom of Genhilder in this clip. You guys are actually in Genhilder, believe it or not. Okay.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think I can surpass you in strength. like, just humor me. Just do a strength roll. Just humor me. I just want to see that.
Strength.
A 3.
You may have a shot.
You may have a shot. 0.
Big fat goose egg.
A natural 1, and you roll a 0.
You rolled a 3, and fucking 8 crit failed with a 0.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
This is when
Arms,
we had. I'm trying to remember like what happened in that time.
arms
I know
like
I had.
noodles.
I know I had a strength debuff. Strength debuff. So
Arms like
I had it to where as
noodles.
soon as I hit a 1, it would be a 0.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, so
This
we're
is like a more. This
oh
is a
wow,
more
this is
recent
yeah,
update.
this is a more recent one. This is from session 65 from Golden Memories.
Do it. If you don't,
Do
I
it.
will. Hey.
That one.
Right. So
I'm cursing you already.
I
That one.
think she wants me to use the weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna punch her.
Well. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
The
I remember
curse.
this.
Oh my
I've called
god.
it.
Yep,
I
the
blame-
curse.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. I know the context to this. I know the context
Yeah.
to this. Silky,
the
Silky,
armor blurring.
Yeah,
Yep.
Silky just got her cloak of displacement, and she wanted Xavian to hit her.
And then I cursed Xavier with Toby.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to let you guys know, like every time it was a very crucial moment, and Xavier has a very low chance of actually not succeeding. I rolled a fucking that one.
Okay. Oh, I know this clip. So you guys are hanging out in silence right now, and this is the clip where Vare and Silky are out drinking.
Yep.
Oh, I don't think I was here for this.
No,
No,
you
you were not.
not.
No.
This is while you
Yeah.
were away.
Yeah, this is a drunk Silky.
You missed out on Drunk Silky. You would have been proud.
Probably.
She's fine.
Great. Great.
Oh wait, I don't know why I rolled a con. I meant to roll a fortitude save, but I mean close. Oh, never mind. You know,
The nat 20 to nat 1.
How does that happen?
Keep the
oh no.
Constitution, Josh.
Oh no, this is funnier.
She's a bad.
How does that
She's a bad fish.
And Silky does not remember that night to this day.
If we were smart, I should have somehow made a compilation of Alistair just rizzing every female.
Yes.
Across.
That should have been a confirmation video by itself.
Low charisma, ultimate riz.
All right, session 66, breaking the silence.
Oh God.
Rusty!
Oh,
Roll again. Roll again, motherfucker.
the double
I
20.
hate you.
Holy
Roll
shit.
again,
Oh
motherfucker.
my god.
137 damage, by the way.
No way you were gonna get another one.
Second one's 125.
It's
Yeah.
better than the first one.
Just a casual 160 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, just the easiest fucking 260 points of damage right
He
there.
almost.
Meanwhile,
almost
while this is
critical.
going on, the DM is messaging me. You killed a small family, by the
You
way.
see that? You see that circle?
This
You see
tiny
that
little circle, this tiny little circle right here, encompassing these two houses right here, is the giant pit that Ragnar opened up that swallowed those houses. And I just casually DM Cody in the middle of all this, while my fucking one of my main bad guys just got one tapped. And I'm just like, yeah, you just killed 2 small families of 5, by the way.
They're just dead.
Emotional damage.
They're just dead, just so you're aware of that. I'm gonna go back to crying in a corner now.
Just,
All right,
So many of
session
this.
69.
I have to put this one in here just to scar everybody again.
And his pet creature.
Petrified.
This is
Oh.
my poor kitty demon now.
These are my poor cat demons. You bastards. I'm Pikachu in this situation.
Damn.
Oh my
You really
lord.
have hurt everybody here with that one, Cody. Oh.
I've been re-traumatized.
Good lord.
God.
Jesus
Oh, you
Christ.
know what we should have clipped?
Fucking Cody.
Did anyone clip the party when Cody threw the party?
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit! No,
Oh,
Wow.
I looked for it, but I couldn't find it.
it's early on.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the one thing. Session 18, the first death.
ooh, yeah.
First,
Yeah.
Cleanse the dice.
splash a little bit of holy water on it. Say fuck you to Brady and Toby. Yeah, fuck you, Brady.
Oh,
What did I do?
God.
And there I go. Right there's the realization. I'm just like, oh no.
The silence was killing me.
Yeah, because here I am. I'm just double checking everything. I'm just like, am I actually gonna have to fucking do this goddamn MacGuffin?
The silence is what's killing me. Wait.
8 stops moving.
How long?
What
How
the
long
fuck?
were you holding that for? So- it doesn't even show up on the reactive. Who the fuck?
I was holding that one for a long time because I'm like, he's silent. He's fucking silent. Where is it? Where is this button now?
It was Matt. It was Matt. His reactive went off when the thing happened.
Wow.
How fucking long were you holding that?
I meme on command. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Session 55, Beasts of the Bayou. The introduction of Gonk.
Hasn't
I
even
don't
happened yet.
remember seeing this one.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, this is whenever I was like
Then
dying.
You're gonna hear
In
the
real
sound
life.
of just loud banging on the doors. Until finally, the banging stops for a second, and then the doors literally just explode as Gonk steps through.
I was about to say, now watch as a tiny person. Oh, fuck.
Oh
Sorry, the
my
fucking
God.
banjo music.
Oh my goose.
The hardcore banjo music in the background.
What?
Wait, Josh, I need to
Is
ask.
he...
I need to ask, Josh. Did you pull a page out of the Canadian Barbarian?
No, I didn't pull a pig. I
Holy
think
shit!
this is where I
What
got
mod
that
for
from.
Swan's Pond is this?
Exactly.
Oh god, that was that. Honest to God, I saw that image of Gonk, literally like 2 or 3 months before this session actually happened, and I'm like, I have to fucking use this at some point during either this campaign or the next campaign, cause I'll be damned if I don't, and I let this beautiful creation just go away.
So
Josh, I have to ask, did Gonk have character levels?
He did.
If so, was he a barbarian?
He was a brawler.
Damn.
Yeah.
You missed
Yeah.
a perfectly good path of the goose barbarian.
There's a path of the goose.
Yes, there is. I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yeah. So the context behind this here, Brady, is to really get an audience. We had to prove our strength.
Yes, the tribes
we
the
made
tribes
Xavier.
of the swamp value strength. All of their leaders are the strongest of everyone. So, of course, there had to be a test. Korvac, the advisor to Mr. Croker, said, "Okay, we're gonna throw our strongest guy at you, okay? And it's not gonna be Mr. Croker, because Mr. Croker will literally kill you." So they were like, "Okay, we're gonna give him the Gonk." And sure and shit, that was the goose brawler.
The Gonk we got.
Yeah,
So managed
but
to hit Xavier for a third of his health bar.
yeah, one strike, a third of his health bar. But the
Sorry,
gimmick,
the shorts are distracting me.
yeah, the gimmick with Gonk was he was literally a glass cannon. So he could deal a lot of damage, but he can't take a hit. One of the funniest guy characters I've probably seen.
This is the same Silky rolling a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So
One of them is. I know one of them is. I don't remember.
Both of those first links were the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
No, I sent. Oh. Okay.
No, they were the same. They were the same link. All right.
Yes.
Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No, one of them was different.
Noob.
The first one was something different.
The first one was something different. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go grab it. Drunk Silky. The Nat 20.
No, fuck that paladin coming straight from the underground.
Oh, fuck the paladins. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
More
I put
of
that, not the.
more of my lovely impromptu musical.
Oh, is this is this the when y'all were like naming them all? Silky's gonna lean over to Vare real quick and say, "Hey,
Oh, this is not where I clipped it, but that's fine.
activate your magic without hitting someone.
What magic?
Your whole when she like waves her arms at you like bardic thing.
Why do I need bardic thing right now?
Is that not how you make magic? Or wait,
When a mom and dad love each other very much.
I was waiting for that.
It's my go-to.
It's clipped really far back. I don't know why, but whatever.
Play something. What do you mean magic?
oh I thought you were gonna do like
Without magic.
wasn't saying that you're not a naturally talented person. I was saying, like, I know you were gonna cause like a. You know what? Just go.
You think I don't know any anti-authoritarian songs? You think I don't know any anti-police, fuck the popos, like shit? You don't think I know that shit? I'm gonna go up there and play every anti-authority song I got and try to start a mob.
Thus triggers me.
Yes.
I don't need magic to do that.
Fuck the paladin straight coming from the underground.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
There it was.
There it is.
There
I
it
don't know
is.
why I
You know what?
clipped
Just
so far
check
back.
this.
My bad.
Yeah. Just.
You can stop it because it's not clipped. It's just time
Okay,
stamped.
all right. Go ahead and give me a performance check then. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. What was it? What was this check? I know it was pretty high.
Oh yeah.
It was a natural 20. Yeah.
That's what we
Well, you
want.
wanted to play.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
right.
much. All right.
And then I went on a very anti-establishment
Yes.
rhetoric.
Session 51 and a half. This was the Halloween special. A pretty shitty situation.
Huh.
Investigation with Poop Patrol.
So you can use grease on top of it and have it seep through
Oh,
all of
no.
the crevices of the bodies.
Let's do that. I greased the whole damn pig. I greased the pig.
Oh, now we just oiled this thing up. That's what we did.
Oh god.
Little fucking bad.
This is not the cuddle puddle that everybody wanted.
People on a normal day. I don't want this.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Now you
That
guys,
was the end.
Aren't you glad I read the fine print?
Yes. Thank you for reading the fine print.
now you guys
Yeah,
are
Brady, the concept is this thing rolled over top of us and like everyone got brought inside of it besides like Xavier and one of the people from Poop Patrol.
Yeah. Oh my god, because this was a thing. This was yet another custom monster that I found on I think I found this one on Reddit where the monster. No. You would think it was a flesh golem, but it's not a flesh golem. It is a monster that is called the Village. It's exactly what it says it is. It is literally every single person of this village that you guys went to conglomerated into a giant blob of oily bodies.
Oh.
Greased up that guy.
Yeah.
And I greased the pig.
Yeah, somebody greased it up. So now everyone is inside this thing being rubbed up against by all the decaying corpses of all these people that are now
And
greased up.
grease.
The bad thing about this was if you got caught in the village after 3 turns of being held by this thing, you got assimilated into the village itself. And the checks were at a minus because grease was active. So it made everything so much harder, and I'm just like, no, I cannot let everybody fucking die on a special episode. No.
Not the Halloween episode.
I was in a fucking panic. Okay, session 45, Escalation of Chaos. This one spooky titled Am I Interrupting Something? This was after you guys defeated Talira.
Yeah, well, Tiller blew herself up.
Sure.
And they're like patting his back. Just doing the 1,000-yard stare.
Oh, I know the context to this.
Yeah, Xavier's rage wore off and he passed out right on top of Vare.
While you guys were inside of a coffin, like a coffin, as this room like collapsed in on itself because of Talira blowing herself up.
Yep. Like Xavier had one
Xavier
chance
laying
to
on top
do
of Ari.
something and ended up failing horribly, and then rage wore off and just went just lip noodle right over Vare.
Alistair and the king are going to get the lid off of the tomb. He just looks down in it. Am I interrupting something?
You guys need a couple more minutes?
Absolutely not.
Sorry, I never took you
Sits
as
him
Little
up.
Spoon.
Vari's now dubbed as
Sorry, I
Little
didn't
Spoon.
hear what Matt said there.
It's like he literally called Vari a little spoon.
Yeah.
It's like I
he's like,
didn't
little
take you
spoon.
for a little spoon.
All right, this one is from session 10.
Well, this has to be Mungo.
Yep. This one has
Yeah.
to. This one has to be the Mongo clip.
This is Mongo.
And with his aggressiveness, he has to be kept away from the rest of the horses.
I wonder if Mongo is his mate.
His
That's
mouth
racist.
drops.
That really is racist.
Awesome words trying to say shit.
And you guys reach the very back of his property, and of course, you happen to see Mongo, which is a big black stallion, just
Pretty.
running around his stable. And you guys are, I would say, probably a good like 60, 70 feet from the actual stable building itself. You could smell it from over here.
Is it a big stable? Like, does he have plenty of room to run around?
Well, here's the thing about that. Normal stables are usually like the size of small sheds, right? Mongo's is huge,
Perfect.
and Mongo is a dire horse. This is a dire thing again.
Okay, I need to ask.
Okay,
what's
how
with
big?
you
You
and
threw so many
Dire?
dire animals
How
at us,
big is a
man.
dire horse?
Dire horses at the shoulders are approximately 11 feet tall.
Huh?
Yeah.
Half the size of a house.
Yeah. It's I'm like, yeah. You know what? At this,
I got chased by that.
it was at this point I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna embrace the dire animal thing being here in Luavara. Because it kind of makes sense, because, you know, hundreds, you know, centuries of, you know, medieval style living and such, you would think that the people would be able to actually breed animals to the point where they would be considered dire, you know? It's more
dire
efficient.
would be the gene pool at that point.
You would think, but I couldn't throw giant dire animals at a level 1 party. Come on. You know, level 2, okay, but you guys did fight the giant bees at Phalars at level 2, so
And the dire raccoons.
I wonder if it was
Yep.
equally hung, says my chat. Jesus Christ.
Bruh.
It would have
Bravo,
been,
chat. Bravo.
it would have been
Bravo.
the size
Well
of
done.
it would have been the size of Ragnar, let's be honest. Jesus Christ.
Well done, chat.
Okay. Let's see here. There is a couple of clips that I have on my channel.
Super heavy armor.
Oh wait, no, that's not it. What the hell? So,
It would have been.
Yes,
he would have
everything-
known it anyway.
he would have noted it anyway. And if I did answer that question the way that I did, and if that specific question was asked, there's going to be a crowd reaction to that. Is this a multiple part clip, Matt? What the fuck were you doing here?
I didn't make a clip.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
It's from you.
Yeah.
what
Get-
did I do this? What the fuck?
Like the biggest bragging rights they can right now. Yeah, Matt, you made a multiple part clip here. I unfortunately don't remember the context of this. Like I know
think we asked something stupid to the Tertius.
probably.
Didn't you guys ask him where the Sword of Silence was or some shit like that?
Or was this when I was teleporting around and get bashed in the face?
I don't remember. I know we asked him at one point what's the name of the Nameless King.
Well, that's the problem. He didn't either. He didn't know what it was either.
Neither did we.
What is this one now? This one was clipped by Hannah.
Well,
All right.
that depends. What's your cup size?
What? Hold on.
I remember this.
Hold on.
Roll it back, please.
Fucking pause. Fucking pause. 1 second.
Of course, it's me.
Well, that depends. What's your cup size?
Non-existent.
Damn.
All right. A weakness for our hearts. What are hearts weak to? Everything.
Who is
It's
this
a
aimed
muscle.
at?
It's a muscle.
Was that aimed at Silky or 8?
I
think
think it was aimed at 8.
Yeah.
I like how it just trails off with my stupid thought process at the end.
Yeah, I don't know where that was coming from.
Sometimes it's better to have
Oh!
The muscle.
Oh, okay.
What is?
So this is from the Dwarven Archives. You for 5 points of damage. I'm so sorry I can't expand this, by the way. 8, I'm missing you entirely. One shot is going to Silky, which is not going to hit her. Then this archer right here is going to take a 5-foot step back and completely miss. Matt, what the? You gotta work on your clipping skills, brother.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You
I
fool.
don't know what's going on here.
I don't either, unfortunately.
I'm not the only boomer.
No, I am Spooky. I am notorious.
That was one that was tied up. Go ask Ragnar the wingman.
Yes. Where
Wait,
is it?
where? Oh, here it is. Don't ask Ragnar to be your wingman. What is this?
Oh
clip?
boy. I'm trying to pick up girls.
Oh, this is the clip we were talking about. Oh, fuck.
I'm trying to pick up girls. We're having a party.
Oh, God.
Oh, did you just hear that? Matt said the exact same. Matt just said the exact same thing.
What can I say? I have only a handful of reactions to things.
Oh my
The
god.
big tall
Oh
fucker.
god,
Yeah,
damn near
absolutely.
at the same time from that.
He's gonna pull in so many bitches.
Oh,
God.
If they could just get it past the natural intimidation factor.
That pulls the special ones, the ones that like danger.
Oh no.
You
gotta
you intimidate and you be all strong. I'll be sitting here flashing my magic and everything. Like, we'll get some girls.
I don't know what
Your
kind of
magic.
magic you plan on
That's what
flashing,
you were
but you might want to be
flashing.
careful that you don't break any laws.
Oh, that's right. Fucking KP. KP comes in. KP comes in with the
We'll
best
get
fucking
some
lines.
I don't know what kind of magic you plan on flashing, but you might want to be careful that you don't break any laws.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would say at this point, if you see a clip from me, it's not worth it to play it.
No.
That's
Pretty sure
unfortunate.
I clipped something, but I don't remember what it was.
I'm really salty I couldn't find the levitation weed clip.
Okay, this is also
Whatever that
from
was.
session 40. You guys are talking with Lady Isabella, apparently.
I smell it.
Schmetty schmet.
I'm upset about something.
Where is... Oh, there it is. I just can't read. Ooh.
Listen, just roll a sense motive as long as you guys don't roll a 1. Oh. Oh, I know.
Bullshit lies.
I know the context to this. This is when you guys discovered that Lady Isabella was an Eternal.
Yep.
Yeah, because you guys or you guys learned that in this clip at least, yeah, she was an Eternal. Like, you guys were talking about the Eternals, and then she tried hiding it, but I rolled a fucking nat 1. Of course.
That explains what you were upset about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, this is the drinking with Silky. Neutral.
So what you're telling me is she did a spit take.
Neutral clarity. Session 48. What is this clip? Oh, this is the siege on the Kitsune village.
Me?
You have 32 HP. What do you mean?
Do I?
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot. I forgot
she
I got
healed you.
No, I forgot I got healed. I take it all back. Can we
Oh, I remember this.
No.
Whatever.
I was looking out for my own kind, okay?
It's just one dude. Like, y'all got him. Except, you know, there's that bit die. That's what it is. I'm safe.
Yeah, okay. That's What is this one? Okay, that's that's the one that we already saw. What is this clip? Dawn of the Black Session 57.
Oh,
I want to say this is the flat.
Oh,
wait, that is not right. What the
What
hell?
the fuck?
Oh, Cody.
Way to give us a heart attack.
Ragnar just explodes. Yeah, Cody. This is when your one attack fucking broke in Roll20, and it was just like, oh, you're dealing like 1,000 fucking damage. It's like, what? Hold on.
This was the fastball special, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the fastball special.
Oh, the dog paladin. That's what I clipped.
Okay, spooky, scary skeletons. One's real quick.
Is that lay on hands?
Yeah.
More like lay on, either lay on tongue or lay on paws.
Lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
Lick on balls.
When the dog paladins cast lay on hands, it's not lay on hands, it's lick my balls.
The same fucking clip.
Yeah.
Yep.
When the dog paladins cast lay on hands, it's not lay on hands, it's lick my balls. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Pretty sure we clipped that at the same time.
Yeah, you both did.
Oh my god.
No, that's we've
seen that one. We've seen that one. War for Peace we've already seen. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything.
Yeah. There's a second clip from Break the Silence.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the same thing, got clipped set twice.
Rusty!
Okay, that.
Yeah, that's the one we saw already. What's this one? I can't believe
What?
this.
Oh, fuck.
This isn't real.
Again?
This isn't real.
Josh,
You need to sage.
Roll
You need
again.
to
Oh,
sage
roll
right
again. I need to see this. Roll again.
Okay.
now. Okay.
Okay, can we just like
This is not
scratch
real.
the one and just
No.
No.
I
This is when
wish.
Silky just whiffed.
Yeah.
That was my
Oh.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh. This is when Silky was having like the worst day of her fucking life right here.
Which, to be fair,
I mean, to be fair, he was under pressure. Let's be
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
It's, the amount of times I nat woned in that fucking session for Silky was absolutely insane.
Let's be honest here. That day was tied for the worst day of her life. The rest of her
Aw.
life after she met the group.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that is going to conclude all of the clips, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
So yeah, for there not being a whole lot of clips, I think quality over quantity definitely speaks for this campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then again, like comparing it to Avalon, I was kind of going cam with creating a lot of clips last
you
time.
were.
Yeah, at least for the next campaign, you guys know to, properly start clipping things as time goes on.
Toby, I nominate you honorary
Yeah.
clipper.
Clip.
That means I gotta pay attention to session end.
Clipper. Clipper.
We're taking you to barber school. You're a clipper.
Hey,
Yeah.
just
Are you in LA? Because now you're a clipper.
The
You're a
pun
flipper,
was
Harry.
ridiculous. I love that and appreciate it.
I like
You're
the
a
cut
Just
of
look at it this way.
I like the cut of
just
your
look at it
clip,
this way.
G.
It's an upgrade from being a stripper.
Yes.
we already
I
He's
mean,
done it all.
he's kind of that as well now.
He's done it all.
I've done it all.
All right, so let's move on to the questions. So, for those of you who are watching, I gave everybody here a series of 8 questions that they had to answer ahead of time, so that way we're not, killing time here during the actual discussion. But we're going to be getting each individual answer for the questions in order of how everybody is placed in Discord. Okay,
Shit.
so the
Good luck.
first question, as soon as I get it to fit to my goddamn screen, holy Christ.
The alphabet betrays me once again.
So, starting with Brady,
That is me.
what was your favorite part of the campaign?
I would have to say my favorite part of the campaign is when the vampire dude just keeled over and everybody just looks out the window and sees war.
Ornoff the
with
vampire.
Ornoff, he's a devil! He's a
He's
devil!
a vampire!
No, he is the devil!
I know I'm wrong, but I will die in my hill.
Okay. Matt, how about you?
My favorite part of the campaign is accidentally breaking into a prison and a library, and then doing it twice more intentionally.
So you just like the fact that you guys were experts at trespassing.
Yeah, it's very much like the first time was an accident, but the third time it's like, fuck it, gotta collect them all, bitch.
Gotta raid them all.
The second time is we're strangely good at this.
Yeah. So for me, my favorite part of the campaign had to have been finally showing you guys what Rufus was able to do.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
All
lick his
because-
balls.
Yes. Yes.
All because I had the curiosity,
Like, what can Rufus do? And I'm just like, oh my god, yes, somebody who can finally speak to animals can talk to Rufus. He hasn't
I
been
could have
able
done that at the beginning.
He hasn't been able to talk for hundreds of years until finally 8 is just like, speak with animals.
What's up?
What's up, my boy?
I can lick my balls.
That's
Rusty.
great.
Going dwarf tipping.
Oh, that's right. Tell that story.
So we were inside the dwarven prison where we came across the king of the dwarves inside a prison cell, and we were on our way to the archives. And as we were leaving, there was this guard at the top of these stairs, and I just grabbed him and threw him down the stairs where the entire party was waiting.
Jesus.
And then you guys literally
That
just
is
ganged up on him like that JoJo meme.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do believe that is in
dwarf tipping and more of dwarf yeeting.
I mean, he did get tipped.
You know what? You know what they call that? You know what they call that? They call that midget tossing.
And then we tied him up, stuffed him in the cell, and took all of his equipment.
Yeah. Cody, how about you?
My favorite part of the campaign was something that didn't really have a tie to us. The rebirth of a Titanic dragon.
Wait, did I have a title?
oh,
We were the ones who started it.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no, you guys gave the armor to the dragons, and they
Yeah.
did it.
That's what I'm saying. We
Exactly.
were the
We-
catalyst of it.
Technically, yes, but in reality, it had
we
nothing
could
to do
very
with
much
us.
wipe our hands of that incident. It was not our fault.
Exactly.
Correct.
Wasn't our fault.
So, chat context here. The party went dungeon crawling.
Tomb raiding.
Yeah, they went tomb raiding, and they found a rare full set of draconic armor. And when they went to visit the dragons, they needed to give them an offering in order to speak with them. So, rolling the dice and possibly offending the dragons, they offered the draconic armor. And it turns out that this draconic armor was the armor of a long dead destroyer that the dragons happily accepted so that they can cast true resurrection on the armor and bring this dragon back to life.
Congratulations, you have proceeded to fuck yourself.
Dang.
That's how we
That
destroyed
dragon's
the
dead.
dragon.
Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
when
that's
this dragon finally awoke, it destroyed the town that the dragons were watching over.
Yeah. And we had to flee to the north.
Yes.
And that's where he died.
Essentially trapping them in the Boreal Tides, which is the far north. Spooky.
Yes. My turn.
Yeah.
I put getting oiled up with the undead centipede in the bar fights.
Oh, the bar fight was fun.
The bar fights were pretty fun.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were pretty great.
Our fight was amazing.
I didn't get to add the making. I think it was Ragnar levitate, and
The levitation.
running him
yeah.
through town,
Yes,
We-
but I-
we
running him
played
through
it.
town like a kite.
Bachelor party.
Oh,
The bar
bachelor
fight,
party.
another situation we can completely absolve ourselves of.
Correct.
Exactly.
Our new friend here got hit. We have to help them.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because this is that was the assassin that you were rizzing up.
Yeah. Not intentionally.
All right, Toby.
My favorite part, I have to say it, is when the party almost got TPK'd by the frogs and Alistair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did almost break shit.
because that was a two-part there, where it's like, yes, we obviously got TPK'd by the frog. Hey, what's that in the waters? And then Alistair gets hypnotized.
Too close.
Charmed.
Yeah.
Listen,
charmed
let's
by
go to the
singing.
very-
And then he starts fucking us up.
It's sort of the very long theme of the fact that Alistair is extremely weak-willed.
Yes. And
Yeah, he can bring up
especially
anyone.
when it comes to women.
Can you blame me?
Oh, Lord.
I'm a lonely guy who walks around for a living.
Hey, listen, he really knows how to pitch a tent.
Yo.
Yo. Cody.
Though I will say Alistair's much more of a fan of hammock camping.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Keep your banana hammock to yourself, man.
For real.
All right. So, moving on to the next question, we're going to go back to Brady for this. Brady, who was your favorite NPC character? And Silky does count as an NPC.
Are we including creatures in this?
We can, if you want.
Spider Rex.
The spider, no, the Arachnosaurus?
The Spinosaurus arrests.
Wait,
I
you're
love that thing.
You should make a new category, favorite enemy.
Yeah.
okay. Honestly, you know what? Yeah, we can make question 9 your favorite enemy.
Okay, that's my answer for question. I loved that thing.
Okay, but in terms of NPC characters, who was your favorite?
I don't remember her name.
What did she do?
She was one of the dragons.
The
The red one. Woman.
Crazy bitch.
The real
Villa?
sadistic one.
Villa?
Yep.
Yeah.
Villa was your favorite. The chaotic seductress dragon.
I don't know why. I just really liked her.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, I didn't realize she was red.
Yeah, she's like white, red, black. Technically, she's if I'm not mistaken, I think I have her written down as a white dragon, which doesn't make any sense considering that chromatic dragons are usually good. But okay, fair enough. Matt.
My favorite NPC was not Felfrey was the one working with
Sven. Yes.
Sven.
Yeah, Felfrey, because boy howdy, those are some fun interactions between Felfrey and Alistair all those random times.
Okay, Felfrey was not on my bingo card. I didn't actually think I wrote Felfrey very well. Like it's so difficult writing mesmerists as NPCs or villains because they literally just look at you. That is their entire gimmick.
I like to point out, Alistair had more interactions with Felfrey than a lot of the other characters.
You had more interactions with Felfrey than Silky did with her own damn sister.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I enjoyed this because it was very much just like I'll verbally spar with you. Kill me. I don't care. Charm me. Sure. I don't care.
Yeah.
What are you going to do against the guy who doesn't give two shits?
Yeah, chat. The entire gimmick of a mesmerist is just, I stare at it. That is it. And you cast magic with your mind and just by staring at people. It's so weird. All right.
You see that guy over there? I'm gonna fuck with his head.
It was definitely between, like, not to mention, like, having Felfrey and our assassin friend whose name's completely lost to me.
Me too. Lena.
Lena, and when they back alley dealt with Alistair, it's just like,
they
all right,
quote unquote kidnapped him, but not really.
You're being kidnapped. All right.
Like, okay.
Go for it.
My favorite NPC. I can't pick favorites and say it's Silky.
Yeah.
I honestly,
But the question is legitimately your favorite NPC.
Legitimately, my favorite NPC would be the Nameless King.
He was a good character.
I just unfortunately didn't portray him as well as I wanted to.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I've done that in Starfinder as well with some of my characters.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I really, really enjoyed playing Phalar. Just being this humble little mead maker, just living his own life out in the countryside was so fun to play. I definitely got to add more characters like him in my future campaigns. Although Sanjin was also pretty fun.
Yeah.
I have to say, I would probably have to say Phalar then. Rusty.
You bringing up a simple character just makes me think of Smiley.
Yeah.
Fucking loved Smiley and Nar.
Yeah. I gotta say, for me, it was actually Silky.
Okay.
Just because I kind of liked the dynamic between Xavier and Silky.
All right, fair enough. Cody.
Well, I didn't want to go with the obvious choices like the Dwarven King or my wife.
I was about to say you
Boom.
can't say your wife.
Yeah, like there's a lot of obvious choices, but the one that really stuck out to me, I believe it's this one. I might be getting them confused because there's too many of them. Hone.
Hone, the alchemist sister?
I don't think that's correct. The one that was in the
Piper?
no, in the no, it is the alchemist sister. The one that made the subject
In the laboratory.
Subject
Yeah,
50.
yeah, laboratory.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I have the right
yeah,
one.
that was
Hone.
Yes, I really enjoyed Hone. She was very attached to her projects and very messy, but at the same time, very detail oriented. I enjoyed the interaction of going through the dungeon with her, basically, where we would combine our spells, go searching through the catacombs, trying to find the research papers and whatnot, and I just really enjoyed it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Definitely did throw me in for a loop when you were casting those spells to maneuver through the Arachnosaurus's webs. And I'm just like, son of a bitch. Okay, well, I guess you're getting them all.
I guess there goes
I'm a
my plans.
slippery little bitch.
Spooky.
My turn.
Who's your-
It was Silky.
Oh, really? Silky again?
Silky. I put Silky, Drunk Silky, Crow Dude in the Swamp, Crazy Shopkeep, and
Sanjin.
Wubbis.
Yeah, all right, so Wubbis, Sanjin, the crazy shopkeep. I think that was he was the
That
guy
was
that
in
you
the
met in
Underdark?
the Underdark.
That was
Yeah.
master classes bartering for a
Yeah.
That reminds me, there was one other one.
Oh, here he is. His name was Leadeye.
Leadeye. Yeah, he was great. He was freaking crazy.
This guy.
Talking to himself like a weirdo. Yeah. Look at that guy.
Who was your other guy, Cody?
The frog. The
Yeah.
frog barkeep. He was awesome.
Florg.
Oh, Florg? Yeah.
Florg.
Yeah.
His name was his Florg the Frog.
Yes.
Yep.
Borg is on my list.
His entire thing was, don't make a deal with the Fae.
Yeah, just don't make a deal with the Fae. he wasn't
Stuck in
always
the
a
corner.
frog.
Cody, I think you
Proceeds to make a lifetime deal with the Fae.
not his first choice.
Oh, I don't think I have.
I made a lifetime commitment to the Fae.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
All right. Spooky, I already got yours. And Toby.
So I have a couple.
Okay.
So first of all, just because he was the dealer, Sos.
Sos, the little Ellison's little mushroom companion.
Yes.
Yep.
And I will have to say, Sos Koto. As much as I hate him,
Kodo, the awoken,
as much
the
as he
awoken
smited
cat.
me,
Yep.
he was cool. He was pretty cool.
He was a sassy little bastard.
Yeah, he was. But he's a cat, so.
Exactly. Who else?
And then, Gonk.
Gonk. Yes.
As much as he was big and beefy, inside, he was an adorable goose.
He was.
We just wanted to hug him.
I am shocked, you guys. I am terribly, terribly shocked. None of
Saying Elzin would be a cop, not Elzin.
All right.
none of
Who's
you
on your bingo card?
none of you said Gax.
Who?
Gax. Your little,
Gax, the moss tester.
your little cobalt buddy.
We ended up giving him a job tasting cheese.
Yep.
I think someone that isn't here would have said Gax
I'm
because she
KP.
brought him up
It's on
all
KP.
the time.
KP
Yeah.
loved Gax.
Yep.
Yeah, she did.
I did not want to steal that spotlight from her. I'm like, nope, that's hers. I can't touch it.
Gax kind of disappeared from my mind.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. As soon as you said Gax and I looked at the picture, I immediately thought of the meme of the moss taster.
Yeah,
That's literally what it-
that's who he's based on.
Okay.
He quite literally is that. He's the meme.
Yes, he is literally the meme of the Moss Taster, which is a funny D&D meme, by the way, Chad. Go find it. It's funny. All right, back to the
That's your
top of the
homework.
list. Brady, out of the the 6 PC characters, out of the 6 PCs, who was your favorite? So this is between 8, Aristella, Ragnar, Xavian, Alistair, and Vare.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say it's a tie for me between Xavian and Ragnar.
Okay.
Xavian is too stupid to understand what's going on most of the time. And Ragnar is resourceful, and I liked that.
Incredibly resourceful.
Yes, and the bringer of sad clowns.
Oh, fuck you.
Matt,
Yo,
who was your
I-
favorite character?
my favorite one of the other PCs was Ragnar, just because Alistair had a lot of moments with him, because they
We
were
definitely did,
very
yeah.
diametrically opposed individuals to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
And like almost every aspect of philosophy, mentality, everything they did, they tend to vary on opinion the most. And I think that then also Cody usually wins this question due to his character versatility. Usually,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
this
Without
is
a
shot
doubt.
with Cody's ability to just
Build
with Cody's ability
very
to just
interesting
play
characters.
something and like find the most obscure fucking ruling, and you would just be like, I have to honor this, but never again.
Fucking
Never
squish.
again.
I have to honor this, but never again.
Like sundering mechanics.
like the sundering mechanics, like the blindness mechanic, the fucking mischance mechanic, and this one with his goddamn teleporting mechanic.
Yep, he like I
Like
out of all
I'm
the PCs,
terrified to know what he's cooking up for Endroth.
Oh yeah, of all the
the next
PCs,
one?
Alistair had the most.
I can tell you.
No.
Charging. Most
Yeah.
likely charging.
No,
Out of all
No.
the opposite. No.
Oh,
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
yeah.
Sorry.
At the end of it though, Ragnar pushed Alistair to make a lot of change.
That's fair. For me, my favorite character had to have been Vare.
Hey.
Yeah, Vare was honestly the one character who definitely added a brand new light to the Nameless. Just somebody who was literally thrusted into this whole dynamic between the party that was already established, and he fit in almost perfectly. Just the amount of energy that he brought to conversation, different roleplay aspects, you know, how he connected with each of the characters, especially Silky. It really opened up a lot of your personalities, and I really enjoyed that from Vare's character.
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw Vare, I thought he was trying to get in Silky's pants for a
Nope.
good 10,
Nope.
11 episodes.
What? No.
Rusty.
To be
No, no.
fair, I didn't know who you were at the time.
For me,
Now I
I
know.
gotta say it's actually kind of a tie between two people. Alistair and Vare.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh?
And the main reason why is because no matter what happened, no matter how stupid something went, you would always know, or Xavier would always know that these two people had his back.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good reason.
Yeah.
that's definitely fair. Ragnar was a good distraction, but no matter how many times Xavier charged into battle, Alistair always had his 6.
Oh, I had everyone 6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except for that whole Molotov cocktail incident.
And then,
Okay.
and then also with Vare there, it added another beefy in the front line to help keep things so Xavier could do what he was designed to do and go after the big boys.
Exactly. Cody.
Oh, this is probably one of the hardest questions to answer out of all of them, because everybody just brought so many different things to the table. I'm still at a real loss here in terms to pick, so I'm going to say Aristella, and the reason I say Aristella is because she was the mouthpiece of the party. She mouthed off to every villain, bad guy, bad person that we came across.
That's so true.
That
Yeah,
is
in
so
their place for
true.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my
literally
God. She also
fucking.
mouthed
She
off
was
to most people you guys fought too.
Yeah.
No, literally, for most of the time, she was actually very calm, quiet, collected, and reserved. But then when it came to a certain people, primarily the Nameless King and Oranoff,
She
holy
fucking hated them. He ripped
No,
into them every
what I
single
say-
chance she had.
When I say no one had a chance to go against her on this, when she spoke, just let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah,
happen.
you let it
her
go.
talk.
Dude, I tried. I will
especially-
say I tried so many times to speak, and she would just go like, go for it.
Yeah, I know. Especially because Brady, you know KP, you know how she is, and
Yeah.
then just
Yeah.
see her
This-
just going off on this guy.
Oh yeah. No,
I couldn't.
Chat. KP is one of the quietest people we all personally know. Because most of the time she's napping, but it's so
Aw.
interesting to listen to her just go off on these tangents against all of these NPCs, just ripping into their fucking souls about what they're doing, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm literally sitting there like huddled in a fetal position, like, oh my god, I'm hurt. What the
It doesn't
hell?
even have to be an NPC anytime she goes off on any topic.
Oh my god, it's
Just sit there,
crazy.
you gotta listen to her.
Spooky.
She's a real sass queen.
My turn.
Yeah.
It was Alistair, definitely. I just feel like we just kind of vibed. We had kind of the same attitude about everything.
What if we stab the guy? No?
Yeah.
Me and Barney
Or,
were
like,
gonna stab him.
I'm pretty sure it was me and you threatening some poor soul after like a slave trade raid we did. I had a lot of fun with Alistair. He was great. My second was Avian, just
Okay.
because he was so useful. He was so fucking useful as a character in general.
I will say this: my second was actually 8.
Ooh,
Okay, I gotta hear this one, Cody. I gotta hear this one.
I felt like 8. Yes, 8 was very underpowered and underwhelming, but she stuck through there every step of the way.
Oh yeah.
The persistence.
Persistent, yes.
The
Yeah,
she was like a
persistence that
bad
left
rash.
hook was gonna land.
Everyone's character was great.
Okay, yeah, the left hook.
Let's talk about the left hook. Let's talk about it.
Now that
It more-
Cody brought that up, it is a really good point.
It is a good point.
Does seem like the
The underdog of
least
this
equipped
campaign.
for the situation.
hmm
Okay.
She got her ass handed to her left and right, but she was always back up in the fight.
always
Yeah.
back up and
That's
always
the Toby curse right there,
trying.
man.
And,
That's the
and
Toby
hear no
curse.
bell.
and always
Yeah,
trying her best.
basically. Yeah.
Literally stared death in the face and flipped him off. She said, "Fuck you, not today, bitch."
Like even when I will say that even when like we actually came across Death, she's like, "What's up, Death?
It's like, hey,
Nice to
what's
see
up?
you again.
Nice to see you
Nice
again.
nice to see you again."
All right, Jacob, who was your favorite character?
I will actually have to say, Alistair.
What the fuck did I do?
You had that attitude.
Motherfucker, you had the attitude.
Yeah.
I was all
It's like
attitude.
between
You had
okay, so
sass.
between you and Aristella, it was hard to figure out. Okay, which one of you sassy motherfuckers is gonna sass today?
It's
It
like,
was-
who do
well,
we
I
have?
just put out.
Who do we have to silence in this conversation?
Well,
here?
it was very much. You had noble sass and kill me. I dare you, sass.
Exactly.
Alistair
But-
was a man willing to die.
But I will say, Alistair had Alistair had everyone's back regardless. Literally.
Oh yeah. Listen, the handful of times I got in real danger is when the enemies ended up by me, and then I started running again.
Though I will say,
And then the one time, fucking Alistair called out for help. Xavier plowed through a cart to get to him.
oh yeah.
Well, I was going to die in that situation.
Oh,
All right, so we are going to move to the actual region map. And we asked the question starting with Brady, what was your favorite location?
I'm going to have to go with the town that was destroyed. The one that was overseen by the dragons.
Ebon Keith?
Ebon Keith?
Yep.
Okay. Was it because it was the home of the dragons, or was it because it was just this weird like passageway to get into? Like, what's your reasoning for liking Ebon Keith so much?
It was partially where it's located. Partially because of its weird situation. As for the dragons looking out for all the people who, to my memory, nobody in the group really talked to anybody other than the dragons in that town.
No, because the dragons were the most important people in that town.
we went straight to the dragons. The dragons immediately revived the thing, and everyone was in
And
trouble.
everyone died.
Yep.
And I got wine drunk.
That happened.
We were actually drunk before that happened.
That's fair. What a
Yep.
what a way to deal with a hangover.
Just we're just waking up is like, huh, everything's on fire.
Wait,
Wait,
everything's on
holy
fire.
shit,
Oh, shit.
everything's on fire.
Matt.
I would say my favorite place was the facility. Up in the
Wait.
Boreal Tides.
Oh, in the Boreal Tides? Okay. The
Not the Winter Marshes one was cool, but like
the Genesis facility, the big one.
Like it was the first like real look into like Donde está? Well, who are these people?
Yeah, who are these people? What do they do?
Who are you people?
Play in the secret tunnels by Silence.
Yeah.
Secret tunnels.
Wasn't me this time.
Okay, that's fair.
Great minds think
Also
alike.
wasn't me.
I bet you're super excited for the next campaign then.
Why I get the who me?
Yeah. You said you were
Oh yeah, we gonna fuck around with so much more Genesis shit.
Okay, fair enough.
They're such a weird group that we've learned nothing about because they weren't from here.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these gene splicing mofos?
Who are you people?
The funny thing is, canonically,
Jacob, get out of my head.
the group of Genesis alchemists that were here in Luavara weren't even the main group. They're not they were a splinter group from Genesis.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to learn more about them. They're my white whale. Because like, not to mention, I also like, all right, I found this map and they're like reading communications.
Mhm.
Yeah, those items are just useless. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm carrying them. They're mine now. Yeah. I'm gonna be a toddler about this.
My personal favorite location is honestly the Nameless Farm.
That was a second. That was definitely a second place one.
Yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot with
I wish we
the
did more
Nameless
there.
Farm because in here I was like, oh, you know, what the fuck were
Mr. Michaels, Mr. Collins.
Yeah, Mr. Michaels and Mr. Collins, you know, they can clean up the farm, they can get it ready for you guys to use. And I'm just like, oh my god, this can activate as a base of operations. You know, it's a good place for them to grow magical crops or food. And here's a gold income, you know? And
Never
then-
went to it again.
And then
Never came back.
immediately shit hit the fan and you were like, okay, we need to get everybody out. We need to literally scatter everybody across Luavara just to make sure that they're safe. And I'm just like, fuck.
I mean, hey, we did spare them.
You did, yes.
Michaels and they were real G's. They could have left. They could have done anything, and they're like, no.
It's just
scared
like
us for doing this.
It's like, yeah, no, you painted our friend against the wall. I'm good. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever the fuck you say.
I'm just curious, how many nights of sleep did they lose at that scene?
They
replaying
definitely had to go to therapy.
Intensive therapy.
Yeah, that therapy is called the bottom of a bottle.
You atomize their friend.
Rusty, your favorite location?
I actually have a couple. There was a lot of places I actually really enjoyed. Like I really enjoyed, you know, Ebon Keep and the thing with the dragons. You know, and the Boreal Tides, the Genesis facilities. But I also really liked the Waste and the Marsh.
The wasteland and the marsh. Okay.
Yep. I mean, because Xavier's whole thing is he likes hunting big things. It's what I built him to do.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And we were in the waste, and you know, we were seeing like the whole thing about the sheets of glass everywhere, which was like this big mystery. And Xavier's like, yeah, I don't ever recall fucking this.
Yeah, and it's
without last time I was here.
And it turns out it was just Sven's special ability that he had.
Yep.
To punch and make fire happen.
Yep. And then you know, I really liked the marsh just because I mean it was, first off, it was a great place. Plus we came across the banjo playing bird.
Yeah.
Bird.
And just, you know, just everything about the marsh, you know, I had a lot of fun with. But also I just love the concept of just Xavier keeping this crocodile there against its will, and it just has the look of like, please help me.
The crocodile was literally Iron Man after he punched Hulk in the Avengers. He spits out his tooth and looks at him. Tony Stark just looks at him. He's like, "I'm sorry." Cody, your favorite location?
I have two of them. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the one that I don't necessarily know exactly where it's at. I think it's Draddle, though.
Oh,
it is the port city that was locked down.
Draddle, yeah, down here.
And the reason I like it is because it was such a harrowing scene for our characters to explore and see all the corpses and the caged monsters and just this army forming. I thought it was a really cool scene and just really enjoyed it. My second favorite would actually be Silence. And the reason I like Silence is because of the way you had built it to be an impenetrable kingdom with this massive stone wall that surrounded it that was pretty much impenetrable to magics. And honestly, just the layout of the Grand Lighthouse and how it prevented it's secured its own resources and trade through that. I just really liked how you built that.
Cool. Thank you. Spooky.
I like the Underdark.
The Underdark.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got this name for a reason. It's spooky. It's got zombies. It's got crazy shopkeep. It's got a fucking field of graves with a lich dragon in the middle of it. Like, come on. It's cool as fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually expecting anybody to say the Underdark because we barely spent any time in here.
Yeah, but
don't
like
get there,
the
Jacob.
field of graves kind of captured me. Not gonna lie, because like it just gave me Elden Ring vibes,
Yeah.
and that's like my fucking like soulmate game. I fucking love that game.
Fair
Elden
enough.
Ring's so good.
Yes.
Toby, your favorite
I would have to
location.
actually say Phalar Meadery.
The Phalar's Meadery over
Yes.
over here near Tantar.
Yep.
Okay.
Phalar was such a G. he literally trusts us, and the fact that he even get as of the reward giving us the tokens, it was so worth it. It was
Yeah,
so
I mean,
worth it.
Phalar was like one of the first major allies we ended up getting.
Correct.
We never used him for anything else, but he was an ally technically. He was an ally he was an ally to everything but our livers.
But he also spent time helping to promote our group.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. He did do that. I forgot all about that, to be honest.
Which is also one where you get, someone like Phalar promoting our group that probably during our, quote unquote villain arc was probably one of the one things that was stopping us from being put on bounty boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right.
He was the main reason why we weren't on bounty board. Just like, no.
And it's like, no, these
We
guys
like
are
our
actually
stuff.
pretty cool. They're okay. All right, Brady, unfortunately, you can't answer this next question because you were not a part of this campaign.
I'll just say the only brainchild I had in this campaign was half of Sven.
True. All right. So, starting off with Matt.
Hey.
What were your character's goals in the campaign, and do they feel achieved?
Alistair's main goal was to find Meadow, and he did that. That's all this bitch wanted to do. And I think that was very much achieved. He didn't care about getting revenge on the people who scarred him in a house fire and stole her from him. He just cared about finding his girl, and he found her. And after that, he was like, "All right, I'm done. I'm set. I'm settled. Let's go do something else."
Let's go do something else, like riz up like every single woman that I come in contact with.
Yo.
I can't help. I just have that riz.
Yeah.
I can't help my natural musk.
Yo, what?
It's all that deer urine I put around me to make sure the other animals think I'm not a predator.
Oh.
No, you're not a predator. You're
That's
the prey.
secret to getting women to talk to him.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Listen, Alistair's riz was the most unintentional how did this happen thing, because charisma was his dump stat.
That just makes it funnier.
Which it's even funnier when you Alistair didn't know how to be an individual who worked in society to begin with.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's because you're a dirty bad boy.
Well, I will be right back while you guys
Oh.
answer this question.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, Silky's goals in the campaign were literally, she had a couple of them. Find out what was this whole thing of the sword. Find her master. And then that was pretty much it. Those were her two goals. And I feel like they were achieved. It's like
I don't feel. Sorry.
It's like, oh, okay, these random people came in and took my master away. I want to go find him, but the only thing I have is this sword that he had hung up that I can't pull out of the goddamn sheath. But then her going into exploring the whole thing about the silent prophecy and, learning about the history of the world, and her eventually publishing a new book of history for Luavara, that's definitely a good thing for her as a character, I would say.
Yeah, you developed more goals as the campaign went on, and they were explored on top of it.
Yeah, more questions come up as you find answers. Rusty.
So Xavian, the primary goal that Xavian had was the whole thing to do with Sven. Everything else was, a side thing, like restoring his mother's memories and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing was, the whole thing with Sven. Xavian hated Sven with a flaming passion. I mean, literally, when in the early game when we came across him, it was Xavian had to pass a will save to stop himself from just straight up attacking Sven right then and there.
Yep.
And especially when Xavian didn't have control of his anger, like it was just, his entire thing was, I want to put Sven in the ground, which is why. Yeah, which is why, as time went on, and we found more things out and this and that, like I really did not see it, going this way with Xavian's choice, but he actually chose to forgive Sven because Sven's actions were not entirely his own. And he could not fault Sven for being under the control of Orenov.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I would like to say his goals were achieved, and it felt more satisfying the way it went. Because it also helped to show character progression.
Yeah.
I just had something pop into my head that we all completely forgot about. Xavian had a chicken at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah.
Peep.
Yep. Peep.
Don't you ever
Whatever happened to Peep?
Oh, Peep got murked in the library.
He got unalived.
Yeah.
And then that was the first time Xavian entered the Super Rage. And the person who did it immediately regretted it.
What was the chicken's name?
Peep.
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 Peep. Oh, Peep.
Yeah.
Kristen, Peep.
Yeah, David had a pet chicken, which was the only memento that he had from his friend that was taken by Sven.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it was such a sentimental value to Xavian. And then when we were in the Elven Archives, one of the tieflings looked out, saw the chicken, saw Xavian, smirked, and kicked it into the wall and completely unalived the chicken.
Yep.
That's terrible. That poor chicken.
And then Xavian entered Super Rage and hit the man for half his health bar.
Oh, good.
And then he ran up to the other one, was like, "Hey, we need to get out of here. Like now." The other person being like, "Why?" Xavian threw his weapon and hit her for half her health bar.
Yeah.
We killed one of them.
No, we didn't.
No, Talir came through the portal and killed the mage.
That's right.
All right, Cody.
Okay. Well, my original goal for Ragnar was to go out and explore and learn more about magics. He definitely did so, I would say. And his goals definitely evolved afterwards, all the way up to the point of becoming king of a nation, becoming entwined with a what the hell are they called? What is Bluma called?
Satyr.
A satyr.
A satyr, and just all around saving the world. So yes, his goals were absolutely fulfilled, 100%, and then some.
Mm-hmm. All right, Spooky.
Well, I mean, Vari is all about the dollar bills. So his goal was to make some money, make a name for himself, and just in general have a good time, which he did have a great time. He ended up with a latter goal, which was to figure out what the fuck happened to him. He didn't, but he got closure, which was really adorable and heartwarming. So, yeah, that's about it.
And in terms of money, you have more money than anybody else in the world,
I
basically.
certainly do. That's the point. Welcome to capitalism and the Underdark.
Fair enough. Toby.
Yeah, fair. My character goal, other than, try to figure out why my brother did what he did and, going after him, even though I didn't kill him.
You deserved it.
Because he is now in prison. It was like, oh, well, slow, painful death it is then.
Damn.
I would say, yeah, my goal was technically completed. Because, first of all, I didn't kill him.
Well, to be fair, you had your honor restored, your nobility was restored, and you are now the heir of the throne.
Yeah, you got Prince Zuko'd.
God damn it. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, you got the scar and everything to prove it.
I became Prince Zuko, god damn it.
Stabbed and kicked down the stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
Good times.
So the next question is a little bit of a difficult one. Or at least I thought so. So
for some of us.
Yeah. For some of you. Brady, of course you can't answer this one again because you don't have a character. So if Ravina never came to the party and the story continued without the Eternals, where would you see your characters in 15 years? Matt, we're going to start with you.
I'll also just be straight up vibing down in the Woodrow Marshes with Meadow and Ellison, or just wandering around the continents looking for new hunts, or just keeping guiding and just stay on the road.
So literally nothing would have changed.
Nothing would have changed. He would have a girlfriend and his daughter back. That was it. He'd probably have a wife. They'd probably be married at that point.
In 15 years, if you didn't marry Ellison in 15 years, she probably would have killed you.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Alistair's entire motif is simple man who does simple man things.
Exactly. Fair enough. Okay. I think honestly, Silky would have taken up the mantle as the overseer of silence. She definitely would have spent a lot of her time ensuring that the stability returns to Luavara. And, rewriting history to how it's supposed to be would definitely have been another part of her goals. But it's mostly just playing politics and making sure that everybody is getting the fair and equal treatment in the quote-unquote unification of Luavara again. Would she have found a partner? I don't know. Maybe. But it would have been some schmuck that nobody else knew. Because personally, I don't really think Silky had a whole lot of romantic interest in anybody. So yeah, I think she just would have been a solo ride through politics.
Silky's romantic interest was in books.
Yeah, Silky's romantic interest was the characters that she read in her smut books.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
Silky
She's
is
one
the
of those.
wine ant.
Yeah, Silky, yeah, that's the best way to describe her. Silky turned into the wine ant.
Fuck yeah. You can come over anytime.
Rusty.
Xavier would continue doing what he was doing before all this. I mean, hunting things in the wastes. I do think he would actually have tried to make an effort to see if it was possible to tame metalheads if you got strong enough.
No.
Yeah. But other than that, he'd probably be continuing to do that if something hadn't killed him by then.
Fair.
Would he have found a partner? Most likely not. He wasn't really interested in romantic relations because he always figured he'd probably die somewhere in the sands.
Neither was Alistair in the beginning, buddy.
Fair enough.
Well, see, the thing is, Xavier expects himself to die sometime.
Oh yeah.
Even though
He's like, when you hunt things as big as I do.
Even though there's a good chance that he won't. Believe me, I tried. I tried so hard.
Yeah.
Dusk all over again.
Yes,
Cody.
it literally is us all over again.
I really think my character is self-explanatory. I will be leading the nation, the sanitation nation, to peaceful times, and I will also be siring a new son and possibly more.
Would they only be one quarter satyr? Like, how does that work? Would they just have hoofs and not like satyr legs?
No, Cody.
Or like be fully human with like horns?
No.
Like, how does that?
No,
We broke it down.
No,
We broke it down.
Cody.
Quarter goat.
Cody is the reason why hobbits exist in Luavara now. that was the canon decision that we made after Cody and I had that discussion about him and Bluma having children.
Oh no.
Yep.
They're just little furry people.
Spooky.
Big feet.
What did I put? Oh yeah. He'd just be a businessman. Like he'd be having like a lot of bars and businesses that would host probably like smaller and larger things.
Okay.
As for lovers, I didn't really think about that. I imagine he would find somebody eventually. He's not like not looking for it, but he's not like reaching out for it either.
Only one
He
lover?
probably wouldn't have any kids. That ain't his vibe. But yeah, he
Only
might find
one
a
Any
lover.
kids that Vari know about.
But that too. But like,
Yeah, eventually.
if there's no
you would have
paternity
found some.
tests that exist, they don't belong to him. So
There is a spell for that.
Where's the Sir Lineage? The thing that
Yes.
broke open a campaign. That spell that literally broke open a whole
listen,
campaign.
if they're only his kids if they have musical talent. Okay.
Go goddamn.
Wow.
Dan, just kidding.
Yeah.
But
If
yeah,
they're
really
paying
though,
Vari
he would
money,
not
Vari
want
don't-
kids. Literally, you would not want kids.
If they can't make
But-
Vari money, Vari don't care.
All right.
Yeah,
Jacob.
basically.
Vari, if Vari gets a vasectomy.
That's the next adventure.
V for vasectomy.
Yep. I would say for 8, if Ravina didn't, give the option, or it never came, she actually would have went to the Kitsune village and underwent the training over there.
Oh, you would have learned soul manipulation?
Yep. If Ravina did a show, I was actually gonna ask you about that.
Really? You wanted 8 to learn soul manipulation?
8 was a jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly.
Okay.
I just wanted to keep up with the theme.
Okay, fair. I mean, anybody can learn it. Anybody who is magically capable can learn it. Okay, yeah, I mean, definitely possible. Fair. Okay, so these are now mostly just questions for me personally, but we'll come back to that. We're gonna go ahead and skip to the other question that was brought up. Your favorite villain, Brady.
Obviously, I said the Arachnosaurus earlier. out of your list of NPCs, I honestly would have to say, honestly, Sven.
Okay. Fair enough. Matt?
I don't know if he technically counts the villain, but the Nameless King.
Okay.
He kind of does.
Because he was that classic. I feel like what I'm doing is for the best. He was basically the lawful good Ornoff.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. Playing a lot of villains, it's definitely a lot harder. To tell you the truth, he doesn't technically count as a villain, but he is one of the horsemen, so death.
Fair enough.
I just loved throwing that little twist in for you guys and being like, oh yeah, I'm this super big and powerful, concept of life, and I'm actually a pretty chill guy.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, it's actually two of them. One of which is Sven, because Sven was a big turning point in the campaign. Because throughout the entire campaign, we were trying to do things like one way or the next, but then, when the whole thing came with Sven, it's like, all right, fuck it, we lock in.
Fair enough.
And we, picked a thing and committed to it. And we did what we set out to do. We knocked Sven out. We broke his rune, and whatnot. And then the next one was actually the Skelepede.
The Skelepede.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Because first off, it was a fun fight. I loved seeing Xavier in his element of being surrounded by 4 very big things and being like, fuck it, do it. I dare you.
Bet, let's go.
All right. Cody?
But also,
I like those odds.
I just have one more thing to say. But the whole with the Skelepede, it was also the first time that we actually got to show the world just how strong we had gotten at that point.
That is true. That is definitely true. Cody?
Cody, are you muted?
I think he stepped away.
I was muted.
Nice.
Wow.
Sorry, I
In
didn't want to
traditional
interrupt
Cody
anybody.
fashion.
So, as I was saying, my favorite enemy is actually a group, and it's the first combat I believe we did, which was against the goblins.
The goblins. Okay.
Gibbons.
These goblins had a high level for beginner campaign, high level magical item, and had set their entire area up to catch on fire very easily. They had magically altered the terrain.
Motherfuckers.
Which displays a high level of intelligence, even for goblins.
It completely fucked with us
Yeah.
and threw us through a loop. It was just a fun fight, and just we tactically
half a forest on fire.
Yeah, we tactically beat them back, and there was consequences to it. That's fine. I'm happy with it. So
Okay,
yeah, I
fair
enjoyed
enough.
that.
Spooky?
It's Gonk.
Gonk?
Gonk's my favorite. How could you not? But I mean, okay, so fun wise, it's definitely Gonk. I would say like in general, like fighting against him, was probably the Skelipede and the village.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun.
Okay, fair enough. Toby?
Both of these are in the Boreal Tides. The Spidersaurus Rex and the Skeleton Commander.
Skelipede.
All right.
Skelipede.
Skelipede certainly
No.
sweeping
No,
everybody.
not the Skelipede.
Oh, the
Oh?
skeleton
Not
general, or
the general.
Yeah, that
pretty
was
much-
the Skelipede.
That was a
Not the-
Skelipede.
not the- no, not
Skelipede.
him. Not him.
the dragon?
Wait, was it the actual Skelipede that had the
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
Why
let's
was I thinking?
Skelipede
Why
had
was I thinking of a
one
different
size.
one?
is your
But yeah,
general.
either way, yes. Because that's when we learned Rufus could smite.
Yeah.
Good boys, no smite.
Wait, no smite. Lick on balls.
All right. So, like I said, these are now going to be questions more for me, so that way I can figure out how coming from you guys felt about this. Brady, I'm unfortunately gonna have to leave you out because you were only
That's
here for
okay.
like half of it. So, Matt,
Hey,
what did you think of the pacing?
I think the pacing was fine for the most part. We inevitably had a lot more of those downtime times, which is completely understandable. I do wish like always, I do wish we found a better way of using our downtime. It's just so hard to think of things that characters can do in downtime, and it's a lot more of an ask on you. But I think the pacing otherwise was fine. I mean, I feel like we may have breached the main story a little earlier than was expected. So we weren't really able to play a lot with the mechanic of like building up the adventuring party's reputation. But other than that, I thought it was a good pace.
Okay. I personally kind of disagree with the implication of the main story. I thought that kind of was a good point for it. But okay, fair enough. Rusty.
I agree. I think the overall pacing was actually pretty good. I mean, towards the end, it did feel like it was starting to be rushed a little bit. But I mean, when you're near the end of the campaign, it always feels like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just because, like, when you get down to it, you're in this do or die situation. The only thing left is boss rush,
Right.
and so it's just, yeah.
Okay.
But ultimately, I think the pacing was pretty good.
All right. Cody.
In terms of pacing, there were a few situations where we hadn't leveled up for a very long time.
Mhm.
And it felt like most of our levels came strictly from combat type situations. The biggest thing I would say is I lost my train of thought. It was very, very steady, very clean. Just once or twice, I forget what level it was, where we were just stuck at that level for like a month. Which is, it was actually the month that I was gone.
Yeah,
Which is funny enough.
We did it. I don't even think we leveled when you were gone.
No, you guys didn't level. I stepped away, and you guys did not level until I came back. And it's not. So I can't really say too much on it because, like I said, I wasn't here for that. But I feel like that was a very long time to just kind of stay at the same level. I would like to further see, further going on, see levels from like talking our way out of a situation.
Yeah,
Or-
I agree. I definitely did like the fact that you guys actually took the diplomatic route out of this
Yeah.
campaign. And that really got me thinking, like, this is actually a really big milestone in this campaign. So I do agree that combat is definitely not the only way to get levels.
Yes.
Especially with how involved in the repair of the politics that you guys were. I would agree that there could have been a lot more diplomatic and, you know, conversational leveling.
Yes.
Okay.
I would also like to bring up one point, because I only know this because of watching the first episode. There was actually supposed to be a reputation type situation.
There was. I actually do have a reputation sheet, like, here on the front pages of my notes. It's here.
Okay.
It is here.
We just never heard about it again.
No, because and here's the thing with that, like, after you guys managed to successfully break into the Dandelion archives, I'm just like, fuck it, you're already, like, top of the line for the king. Like, the king already loves you. You freed him from prison. You know, you got Dandelion back on its feet. So fuck it. Okay, moving on.
Fair enough. Okay, when you put it that way, absolutely, I understand now.
The same thing happened with the Boreal Tides. I was like, okay, maybe I could go ahead and fix it with Ebon Keep. You know, the dragons are a little weary of you. You know, you're on their good side because you gave them back a relic of their ancestors. But with the Boreal Tides, it was like, hey, we're here to investigate a Genesis facility. Oh, okay, here's the location of it. We can't help you. Cool, no problem. Oh my god, there's a giant monster attacking our village. We killed it. You're our best fucking friend. And I'm just like, and I literally threw my notes up and I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care anymore.
There's okay. Now that I can see it from your point of view, absolutely, that's why the reputation thing went out the window.
Believe
because
me,
there was no need for it.
I tried, but it just wasn't fucking worth it anymore.
Our reputation was good. Period.
Yeah, it was good. Trust me. I will. Okay, I'll bring that up later. I'll put a pin in that. Spooky.
I thought it was fine. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of a murder hobo. I'm down for the fighting. I'm down for the shenanigans more. So like sometimes the more serious portions were not ideal for me particularly, but I could see how others would enjoy them. So I thought it was fine. I thought it was good, and I think it made everybody happy.
Awesome. I got a bonus. I have a bonus question for you, Spooky.
What's that?
And we can come back for your answer for this, but I did want to throw you this question. Coming into the campaign late,
yeah,
how did you feel being included with the story, and how I did welcoming you into my lore and my campaign?
Let me put my thoughts together on that.
Okay, no problem. Toby.
I'd say the pacing of the campaign wasn't that bad. It's like, yeah, like Cody said, there was that moment of when he was gone, we didn't level, but at the same time, we didn't
really do much.
Yeah, we didn't do much. So part of that is also on our end as well. We didn't try to make it a drive to make our characters either get stronger or earn it in a way.
Right. Okay. So I want to go ahead and try and like not necessarily defend myself, but like explain the reasoning for the slow leveling in this campaign. This campaign is the lowest level campaign I have designed. Like this campaign was not supposed to exceed level 13. So
Gotcha.
not having that low of a leveling ceiling kind of really put a hinder on when you guys actually did manage to level up. Hence the reason why I'm changing it in the next couple campaigns. So yeah, that's my primary reasoning. It's just because you weren't supposed to go higher than
Beyond a
level
certain
13.
level.
Yeah. Because I know you guys. You guys are very skilled in creating characters and understanding your characters' mechanics and what they can do. I know you guys can absolutely handle most shit I throw at you from the bestiary. I know you guys can. And you guys did it. You guys took down a Horseman of the Apocalypse underleveled.
That's because we're badasses.
There's my
Fair,
point.
Josh.
That's my
To
point.
be fair, think about the fact that of what me and Dave did to the Clockwork Leviathan,
Exactly. So,
or the
like,
fact that Al could fight a young black dragon solo.
yeah. So it's to the point where I can set these ceilings to where I know you guys will be able to make it through the campaign. Granted, yes, it's going to be somewhat of a challenge. I think level 12 was a little bit too low. Level 13 or 14 probably would have been a better option for this campaign. But, I mean, hell, you guys got by pretty well.
And let's not forget about how much gold was stolen from us.
That is also true, yes. But
that we never decided to even try to get back. We're
no.
Like, fuck this.
Yeah, we were broke ass bitches for like most of the campaign.
Yeah. Okay. So, next question. And we're going to come back to Matt on this one because he's currently... Never mind, he's back.
I'm sorry, I had to drive my car up to the mechanic, so I'm just listening. Please circle back to me.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
So, starting with Rusty. What did you... How was the roleplay to combat ratio in the campaign?
Honestly, in my personal opinion, it was pretty good. I mean, there were some times, where it was like really combat heavy, and I was like, I'm kind of a murder hobo myself, but even this is pushing my limits. And at the same time, there's these really long strings of, role play, and I'm just sitting there like, God, I want to hit something. Especially with, typically how my weeks go and whatnot. It's like, God, do I want to hit something?
Yeah, no, I get you.
But I mean, ultimately, there was like a couple of times, I'll say where it was a little skewed one side or the other, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
Okay. Cody?
As far as all that goes, it was very well paced. Like, I never really felt like I needed to ask for some combat sessions. There were always something. Like, of course, when you get later on, you do become overpowered for like random encounters. So you start losing that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for like early game, there was a lot of filler in terms of combat. So they weren't necessarily the most spectacular, except for in our situation where, we were nearly dying in the random encounters almost every time. dire badgers or
Dire badgers.
raccoons,
Yeah.
Konosuba, prime examples. It was like, even with the one character death, it was a random encounter.
Mm-hmm.
I think the random encounters are great, and they keep the pace where it needs to be.
Awesome.
I mean, plus it didn't help that he did crit me there.
Yeah. the
Yeah,
dice.
we
And
rolled
he-
really.
The dice
and
is
he
really
rolled-
hate Jacob.
Yeah.
We really also really rolled shit for that counter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got thrown into a really bad encounter there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I enjoyed it all.
Spooky.
I could always use more bonk. I did enjoy the roleplay. I liked listening into like KP get really into it and stuff like that. But like, god damn it, there were times where I like, man, I could just throw a punch and turn everything into chaos right now if I wanted to. You know? So yeah, I could always use more bonk, but I thought it was good. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I definitely gotta have you back for Valicet here.
What is that?
The fourth fourth campaign.
The fourth
Okay.
campaign.
I definitely want to see you in an evil campaign setting. That'll be funny. as hell.
Hell yeah.
Oh yes.
I'm so ready. Just let me know.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Jacob.
I want to be part of that campaign.
I would say, personally, since I didn't do much in terms of roleplay, I would say there was a good balance here and there.
Nothing else, just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have much for that one.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because, like I said, personally, I didn't do much because, as you know, by N, I get random encounters of my own.
Yeah. Yeah, all good. Spooky, do you have an answer for my implementation question? Spooky?
Oh, I was muted.
No.
Sorry, I was yelling at my dog.
All good.
I thought it was fine. There were times where I was like, oh, I wish I had a little more background information so I could know how to act, but like otherwise I thought it was perfectly fine. I think I blended in pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Albeit a little like a couple like nervous moments, but yeah, I thought it was fine. I don't really have anything cross to say about it.
I do got to give you a lot of credit though, especially when, you were doing a lot of these roleplay parts of the sessions, and it really, like I mentioned when I said that I really liked your PC character the most, you really did bring out a lot in other people. Like, it doesn't matter whether it would be NPCs or other characters themselves. Like, Vare had a very, very special charismatic part of him that really just brought out things that are normally hidden away by a lot of, personal things that characters are going through. You brought out the best in people, which I really enjoyed.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to fill that role.
Yeah, and Vare was a very interesting character to have in my campaign. Absolutely.
He was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing him with him.
Agreed. Matt, are you back?
I am back. I am back now.
Okay.
First thing, I just want to go back a question real quickly. When the pacing of the campaign, my thing about hitting the campaign too early was kind of like what Cody was saying. I wish we got to play more with that reputation system.
Right.
Yeah.
I will. I'm gonna mention.
I heard everything, so
yeah, I'll mention something about the reputation system later.
yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to be like, that was where I was with that statement. I specifically made a combat and not a talkative character this campaign because I wanted to personally try and quell my I wanted to personally quell my insatiable thirst for just being a fucking actor. Because I mean it's one of my biggest fears because and you know this is that I out RP people because I've worked in professional theater for a majority of my life, so this improv just talk is my literal specialty.
Mhm.
So I always feel bad talking over people and things like that because I have everything worked out in my head already compared to where people need maybe time to think.
Yeah.
And I think our ratio was pretty good. It was a bit more difficulty playing a more combat focused character and like not running into combat things all the time, but also I wasn't really a murder hobo-y guy either. It was very much it was a very pragmatic character, I would say. So like I thought we had a really good balance with that. I wish we had a bit more probably in like group RP to an extent.
Okay.
Because we and that's more us as the players, not even you. Because I think we would benefit greatly by being able to get into character mindsets and just have fucking stupid conversations
Yeah.
more often
As the characters, yeah.
as the characters.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the natural rapport and banter we have as ourselves, it can very easily be translatable into that, and I think that would be phenomenal. Because what are these idiots going to be talking about?
Yeah, especially the shenanigans that came from a lot of those conversations this campaign.
I would say we've done so much better this campaign than the previous couple when it comes to just like, what if we just go do this?
Yeah.
Huh?
What were you saying, Spooky?
I want to say, like, you definitely didn't have to hold back. I really enjoyed your fun and your like theater-esque.
Yeah, it's my biggest fear because it's just one of those. I was very in our first campaign I played with Josh Spooky. I was not a talkative character, but I became like the moral compass of the group. So I was doing a lot of talking, and then I was the face of the party in the last campaign. So I tried to off balance that with socially awkward loner.
Fair enough.
The big thing between me and Matt both have theater backgrounds, so that it's really hard sometimes to dial back like our train of thought into RP and into, you know, interactions with different NPCs and characters and situations and such, just simply because our brains are wired to come up with something like on the spot.
Go.
Yeah. So you know, it's really hard sometimes.
And I appreciate you saying that, Spooky. It's just more of a fairness thing on my end, where like KP is quiet and I am very loud. Right. And I don't want to overshadow something cool KP said because I was making a fucking dick joke.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. I definitely do have to agree.
And KP does appreciate that, by the way, because she's had bad experiences where she does go to put her 2 cents in and gets talked over.
Yeah.
No, and it's I mean it's one of those things where I know the ADHD mixed with a fucking jabberjaw that I have will always end up being the over talkative stereotype that it is. So I know I personally just got to work on that.
Well, I think you did a great job.
Not even a workout thing. It's more of just got to keep it under control. But back to the initial comment. I think the ratio was good, Josh.
Okay, cool. Okay,
not to hijack anything here, but I do have to comment on what Matt was saying. I think that your theater-esque escapades that you get into with your characters, Matt, really draws out the other players.
Oh yeah, because and I appreciate that. I mean, I
tend not to talk. You've seen how I tend not to talk.
Oh yeah,
but you pull me out of that.
Well, it's you can always look at all of my characters throughout all the campaigns and see a very clear character mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's always a helpful thing. Like none of them are complicated; they have complexities to them, but at their surface level, there is something obvious that can be equated to. Whether it was all the gay jokes for Gilliam Oceanus, or Alistair's many literal masks of Alistair. Do you just have many of those? Yes. Next question.
All right. So, one more question that I have for you guys. Do you have any questions about the main story or any other like side character or story that you guys would like to know about?
I have one.
I have one.
The fuck
I have
happened
one,
to
but I
Koto?
think
It's a Kodo? So, Kodo, being an awoken cat who was looking for a way into the Elven Kingdom, mostly because he was in search of magical knowledge. And basically what happened to Kodo is after he practically like dumped you guys in the Elven capital, he pretty much just went out and found different sources of magical books and other things like that. Like he was supposed to be like a good gateway for you magic users to gain like a bunch of new spells and stuff if you befriended Kodo. Because some backstory for Kodo is that his master, the person who awokened him, was originally from Astria, the region of magic. So, Kodo could have been a gateway for mages to get more spells and for you guys to also learn a little bit more about Astria. But basically what happened to him, he just went in search of magical knowledge.
Okay.
Nice.
Who else had a question? Rusty?
Yep. So I'm just because I'm really curious. What sort of favor did Villa call?
Ah, right. So, I actually thought about this, and I was waiting for you to answer the question. I was waiting for your answer for question 6.
Oh.
Basically, she pulled basically, you got forced into a Williams situation.
Got forced into a Williams situation?
Yes.
Hey, how do you like marriage?
Not necessarily marriage. You have a half dragonkin child brewing up.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Yes, she basically would have called upon you and said, "Hey, I heard you're going on another quest that's going to take you into the continent of Demrin." So, not a lot. There hasn't been any historical record of people coming back from Demrin.
Legacy time.
So, basically, I want you to put a child in me because I'm not very good at socially interacting with people, and I basically am going to be alone for the rest of my life. So
Listen, I know I'm a bitch. Put a baby in me.
Basically,
that is exactly what happened to William. Basically,
yeah. Alicia was a socially awkward, just terrible at conversations and romantic interests. And she just literally grabbed William and said, "You, me, baby, now."
Okay.
That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much what happened to Xavier.
Oh boy.
Which is fucking hilarious.
In that situation.
Because that's fucking hilarious. Because
for context, William was a monk, and he did not know what normal socialization was because he was a fucking monk and a slave.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much it yeah. You have a a third human, dragon, and tiefling somewhere in the world. At some point in time in the future.
Oh boy.
And the mother is Villa. Have fun with that one.
Those are some genes right there.
any other story or plot questions?
I don't think I really have. And I wish. What was the whole deal with the town and the fairies that stole all of our fucking cash and health potions?
It literally
They
was
were a
it
bunch of
literally was
shenanigans.
just a town that in the past or even in the modern day had a very, very strong connection to the Feywild. It was magically inclined, and it was supposed to be a bridge between the material plane and the Feywild. And that's the reason why all the fairies and all the pixies are all over the place, you know, causing trouble, because they found a way to break through that barrier into the town. It was basically supposed to allow me to give you guys an entrance into the Feywild. God for fucking bid, you did something to piss off Titania.
Yeah, not again.
Which you almost did.
Oh, what did we fucking do? What did Cody do?
What did Cody do?
I mean, what do fairies get pissed off with usually? Like everything.
Everything.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
there
You just
was-
did something.
There was that conversation. We did have a conversation in which you guys wanted to go to Titania for something. I don't remember what it was for, but I was just like, hell
It
no.
was using her power to be like, Eight's brother fucking sucks. Get rid of him.
Yeah, your children are causing a problem in the material plane. Help us. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, brother, I do not want this party to speak to Titania. It was bad enough when the previous parties were speaking to Titania.
Oh, it would have been.
I was a kobold
fine.
and got smited.
I
Damn.
was a monk.
You lucky bastard.
I was a woman and I played with my breast and shot myself in the foot.
What the fuck? Were you
That-
testing jiggle
we
physics?
got
What was
body
going on?
That's a whole conversation for
body
that's a
swap.
whole conversation for later.
Oh boy.
All right. So that, I believe, if nobody else has any other plot questions, I believe that's going
I
to
have
be
one.
okay. Cody, what's up?
With the marriage of me to a Fae, how does Titania react to this? Or does she not even care?
She's thrilled about it.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you look and read any kind of fucking fantasy fiction anywhere, it is always the constant bickering and bitching between the elves and the dwarves. That they are just absolute enemies in every single sense of the word. And the fact that Titania, after hearing that one of her children married a dwarf, she's just like, fuck yeah, okay, you know what, I'm okay with that. Everything seems to be going very well on the material plane. I want nothing to do with that.
Fair enough. Okay. That's good to know.
But yeah, no, she would be absolutely thrilled about this. Blooma's parents, on the other hand, are a different story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mainly because I took her away.
But as soon as they hear, oh, he's marrying a king. Oh, okay, that's fine then. We don't care. You know, as long as we get to see her every now and then, that's totally fine.
Holidays and some certain weekends.
All right.
Every other weekend and holiday.
Yeah, I mean, plot-wise, I can't really think of. I assume this did happen, but the port town that was fucking run over with the Genesis
Draddle
abominations was dealt with.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Meadow and Mr. Croker told you guys that they were going to unite the Marshes tribes, which they did. And while you guys were out handling the generals of Ornoth and Ornoth himself, they did manage to unite the tribes and say, hey, this is a problem. We need to take care of it. And yes, Meadow and Mr. Croker and all the other tribe leaders of the Warzer Marshes did liberate Draddle and reclaim it for the people who lived outside of the marshes.
And then Meadow's like, now you listen to my dad.
Pretty much.
Mhm. Yeah, I got a question. I guess this is more for the party. You think we would have died trying to find Vari's sister?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm glad
Oh,
I made the right
definitely.
decision.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I gave you those 3 outs to do.
Yeah, I had a feeling I was burning some outs, and I was just like, okay, he's warning me, so like,
you were
Like
missing.
we all
when
knew
these
out of
people
game.
say, like,
Yeah, you were missing
killing a
all of the
character they've had
QTEs.
for years.
Yeah, you were missing the QTEs, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Like we all knew out of game, but our in-game characters did not know. We're like, fuck it, we die. We
Well,
we
no,
die to die.
Yeah.
We ride or
Yeah.
die.
Yeah. I mean, the
Well,
thing is,
Technically, my character
maybe-
now.
Yeah, the thing is, like Xavier, I mean, didn't know, but it also didn't matter to him. He made Vare a promise, and Xavier making a promise to someone about something is something he takes extraordinarily serious.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Is
Yeah.
Vare was like, man, they're coming with me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like,
What are
the
these
entire
fools
thing is-
doing?
A promise to be kept is actually what set Xavier out on this entire adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the word is strong. A single, single statement could be very strong.
Yep.
My other question was, you think Vare could have like schmoozed the dragon daddy that forged all of the star metal weapons?
I don't think so.
I doubt
Damn it! Listen, I'm a bard. I have to fulfill the prophecy of seducing a dragon.
We had plenty of other
I'm
dragons
sorry,
we could try and do that with.
I got too caught up on the way you said prophecy.
Prophecy. It is. It's a prophecy. Why did I say it with a lisp? I have a really
Yeah,
bad lisp.
yeah. The list,
Oh,
the list
yeah.
showed a little bit.
The list came out.
But oh yeah, no, it was definitely crazy. So there is one story point that I did want to point out.
Those fucking ruins.
Which ruins?
The ones where we got told about, and then we're like, if we go there, you might die. And we're like, well, maybe later. And then it was dealt with. Never mind. They're not important, obviously, if you can't figure out what I'm talking
I don't remember exactly what ruins you were talking about. Human Goal.
Are you talking about the ones where when I joined?
No,
Like in the stands? Oh, okay.
No.
This is before we even went on the run.
I'm talking. I am going to point out Human Goal. Human Goal was a very big plot point. That if you guys actually went to decided to take the northern path to Human Goal, you would have found something extremely, extremely character important to Silky.
Oh. Opportunity missed.
Yeah, you guys definitely missed finding Silky's mother in Human Goal.
Where's Yumagol on the map?
Right here above Alameda.
I'm still on the PC.
Yeah, we're
We're
still
on the
PC.
characters.
Oh, I thought I had you guys over here on the world map. My bad.
Wow,
Right here.
Oh, we went through there.
No, you did not.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
right.
think we did. We went south.
Yep. No,
We
you
took
didn't. No, you did not. You guys took the southern path.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were trying to avoid these areas that we knew Sven was in.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ator
and,
and Shabal.
I mean, we did go through Atoria and Shabal, and then, we were going down this way.
Yep. Definitely did miss a major character point in Human Goal. You guys would have found, if you guys looked hard enough, you would have found Silky's mother.
Yeah,
Oh?
'cause, I mean, it's the same thing. If that's also where we accidentally found out where Metal kind of was before we went to Ornoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember going to Human Goal was on the to-do list, but then, like, everything hit the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, the end of the world was coming. But yep. You guys,
So,
you guys
those
would
side
have found...
adventures we did afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up.
Yep.
Adventure.
Silky is definitely going to visit Umengul after you guys leave for Demrin. So it's not going to go completely unanswered. Just a little side thing that Silky's gonna go do on her own. All right. So, I'm guessing you guys want to hear what I have planning next.
Always.
And I'm sure some
Always.
people in the chat also want to know, well, now that Luavara is over, what's coming next? Well, if you guys give me just a moment, I am going to introduce you to the next region. And I feel comfortable to show you guys this now that the map is complete. Welcome what is going to be campaign 2 of the Tales of Epenox, the region of Endroth. So, let me open up Obsidian real fast here and go get this. Endroth is a region built on progress and innovation in the pursuit of alchemical discovery. The region's leading alchemical research guild, Genesis, has made many strides into the progression of the region. Potions and alchemical mixtures of elemental properties are very common in this region, but Genesis wanted more. 50 years ago, a group of scientists in the Genesis facilities wanted to experiment on living matter. The leaders of Genesis forbade the practice of genetic alteration as an idea was unexplored and could become uncontrollable. This would become a great debate within the guild, eventually causing a part of Genesis to break off and travel to the region of Luavara to begin their research. The idea would not be explored again until 20 years ago. The researchers decided to experiment with artificial life, with the goal of creating a controllable organism used for medical purposes. This, however, did not go planned. One of the head researchers, Nicklin Markley, found a major flaw in the alchemical formula of experiment 481 that has the tendency of rapid mutation. He tried to warn the leaders of the guild about the flaw, but due to the success of experiment 481, the guild authorized the continuation of the experiment's development. Nicklin Markley decided to take things into his own hands and decided to research a counter for the experiment. His time, however, was not on his side. Experiment 841 mutated and developed a hive mind consciousness, and it escaped containment and caused a great catastrophe, leading the entire main Genesis facility in the city of Berevgrad in ruins. Experiment 481 evolved into a hive mind-like virus that takes over the minds and bodies of intelligent creatures. Recently, in the last 5 years, it has been slowly corrupting even the landscape around the facility, and it is spreading fast. The Adventurers Guild of the Surface and the Underdark recognized the threat that the experiment possesses upon the region and has decided to unite both parts of the region to combat the virus. However, recently, Nicklin Markley has passed away and left behind a last will and testament that has the potential to stop the virus. This is where our story begins. In the city of Eaglefront, a group of adventurers are about to get a job commission that will change their lives forever. So, this is your next campaign. For those of you who are in the Discord, your characters are already made. I am going to start working on getting, descriptions and everything for your characters. And chat, make sure to keep an eye on my YouTube page and my Twitter page, because once characters are all fleshed out and the basic story, the starting of the main plot is done, we all have our session 0. I'm expecting the region of Endroth to begin potentially within the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, we're moving quick on this one.
That is, if nothing, life or whatever the fuck comes up and just completely screws with everything.
So life likes to mess with us.
Yes, it does.
Constantly.
So, yeah. There will be a video similar to how the region of Luavara was introduced, with the characters, their descriptions and everything, images, whatever. And then we'll eventually begin with session 1 as soon as everything is ready, because there's a couple pieces of art that I'm waiting for. And there's a couple of major plot points that I still have to write out still and completely understand. Endroth is also going to have a couple of basic and new rules, I might add. So, starting off, character creation outline is going to be the exact same as it was for Luavara. All of the characters have already been rolled. Their stats are ready to go. Backgrounds and everything is in the works, so we're getting with that. My personal house rules will remain the same. Matching ACs and the defender taking half damage, aka scrape damage, as we called it. 3 natural 20s in a row on the attack auto kills. Double damage on bosses. And of course, Pathfinder money system. The healing factor, I kind of really liked the pacing of the healing in Luavara, because it really added a good sense of exploration and roleplay access. So I'm keeping the healing rules from Luavara. New rules that I'm going to be trying out. Counterspelling. This was a big thing in Luavara because of how it works. I fucking hate the rules for counterspelling in Pathfinder 1st Edition. I hate it. So we're basically going to be taking the rule set from 5th Edition and putting it into Pathfinder. So you don't get access to counterspell until you are able to take the counterspell level, which is a 3rd tier magic spell. If your opponent is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell just dies. No check required. However, if it's of 4th level or higher, you need to sacrifice a spell slot. You need to cast counterspell at a higher level in order to counter it, and passing a spellcrafting check of 10 plus the spell level plus the opponent's intelligent modifier. I might put that up to the caster level, but we're going to play around with that. Just so, number 1, I can give spellcrafting another reason to be used in Pathfinder, which it really doesn't have anything besides if you guys are making magical items, which, to my knowledge, none of you are going to be.
Nope.
Maybe I'm thinking about it still.
And if you do, that's totally fine. But in my brain, spellcraft, you need to understand the concept of magic manipulation in order to put them into scrolls, into items and rods and wands and such. What's the difference between manipulating the weave and putting them into items versus manipulating the weave and breaking somebody's manipulation through counterspelling? That's kind of my point of view on this. But like I said, it's a trial rule that we're going to play around with because we need to understand how counterspelling works for the third campaign. Because
we do.
If we don't understand what counterspelling does before the mage campaign in Astria,
That's when we're gonna get into some.
we're
real
kind of
fuckery.
fucked.
How fucked are we now?
So-
How fucked are we now?
That's pretty much where we're at right now. Endroth is almost ready. So here is your world map, players, so that way you can see it. It's also posted in the Discord. And of course, here is your Underdark map. So, I think that's where everything is gonna go ahead and conclude here. Guys, thanks for playing the region of Luavara.
We did it!
Yay!
Woo!
All I did was
It's
watch.
been a blast.
And only one person died.
Yeah, that is shocking to be honest.
And I am genuinely excited for whatever shenanigans we get up to and whatever comes next in the region of Endroth.
Yeah.
All the shenanigans.
So much shenanigan.
So chat, like I said, go follow my cards down below the stream. It'll take you directly to my Twitter page, which is the fastest way to get any kind of news coming from me. I don't really post a lot of bullshit on there. It's mostly information about stream or, funny things that happen. But any news in terms of Epenox in the next campaign will be posted on my Twitter page, so please go follow that. Go follow my YouTube for the character introduction, and of course the new playlist will be created for Endroth. And if you ever want to go relive some of the moments, or if you're new to the stream and the channel and you want to experience all of the shenanigans that we talked about in this stream, the region of Luavara is fully released. It is out in a complete playlist, so if you want to just listen to it in the background while you're doing homework, or if you're just grinding on a game, go have a listen. And of course, you guys are also more than welcome. If you are an artist or an animator, I don't think anybody here would have any problems whatsoever if art is made of your characters or animations or whatever. We absolutely will love that shit. Tag me on Twitter as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tag me on Twitter as well.
If any art is made, I would be ecstatic, and I might even use it.
Absolutely. Tag me on Twitter with the art using my art tags, #Elistart. Or if it's of the spicy kind, the tag is also on my Twitter page. So feel free. You have our full permission and you have our full access.
Do I kind of hate the fact you already have that prepared?
It's a common thing. Don't worry
No,
about
you
it.
love the fact.
So again,
It's always been a thing.
thank you very much for experiencing and being with us during our story of Luavara, and I hope that you guys will join us for our journey through the Plague Lands and the region of Endroth. So, thank you all for watching. Any more on Thursdays until Endroth is ready. I might do simple, DM workshops, or, we might do some one-shots if anybody has any ideas, or if we come up with something. I don't know. There will always be something D&D related happening on Thursdays. I can't promise you that. Okay? So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.